What's up, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me. Today we're talking about Turkey Day horror. I got a guest. We'll bring him on. Daniel Shine.
What's up? What's up? How's it going?
Man?
Nothing much.
Get this music going.
Thanksgiving mood music.
Oh, yeah, baby. But yeah, I guess it's the holiday season now, like Christmas. But to me, Thanksgiving is important too. So I figured we would talk about the very small amount of Thanksgiving horror movies that are out there.
There are not a lot. Yeah.
But we got Kruger here.
Oh, what's up, Kruger?
Blood Rage, which of course we'll get to, and Blood Feast, which is also on the list.
Yeah, you can count Blood Feast to kind of... I mean, it's not Thanksgiving, but never a wrong time to watch Herschel Gordon Lewis's Blood Feast.
Well, let's start with that one, because I haven't seen it. But
Blood Feast?
Yeah, but I do know it's about a slasher villain in a turkey costume, pretty much.
I think you're thinking about Blood Freak.
Oh,
Are you talking Feast or Freak?
Freak, probably.
Freak, okay, yeah. Yeah, so I'll show this off here. Hopefully we'll get a good Blu-ray of this one, but yeah, Blood Freak from Something Weird Video. Yeah, this one's wild. It's kind of about a Vietnam vet that kind of gets sort of fucked over by these two women, runs afoul of this mad scientist and ends up turning into a turkey human hybrid. He's got a turkey head and goes on a killing rampage, starts killing all of these junkies. So it's absolutely a wild as fuck movie that is my personal favorite, like, Thanksgiving time watch. I don't know if you'd consider it the best Thanksgiving horror movie, although it very well might be. But I love it. It's essential drive-in cinema. Just it's wild, it's crazy, and I think everybody should watch it during Thanksgiving. So, yeah.
I mean, if it's got a turkey in it, it counts.
Yeah, you can kind of see the killer turkey guy right there. Yeah, he's got the yeah, and only the blood of drug addicts can satisfy his thirst. So that is my personal favorite.
It sounds like a movie I would enjoy. What year is it from?
1972.
72.
Yeah, it's classic grindhouse Thanksgiving killer turkey movie. I know there's a lot of love for another killer turkey movie that I'm sure we'll talk about, but to me, yeah, Blood Freak is the GOAT when it comes to these kinds of movies. I really love it.
Go ahead and say hey to Jessica. What's up?
Hey, Jessica.
I mean, we can go ahead and talk about Thanksgiving if you want, because I know that's what you're alluding to.
Yeah.
I don't own Thanksgiving. I've only seen it once. And, like, I like it. It's normally movies like that I don't like, that, like, really going for camp hard. Most of them miss the mark. That one actually works in a lot of ways because, like, it's so absurd and it just embraces the absurdness that I kind of do. Like, I wouldn't watch it all the time, but I enjoyed it the one time I watched it.
Yeah, the I remember the turkey banging the girl. It's like, you just got stuffed.
He's totally going for like a Chucky or Freddy Krueger vibe.
Yeah, I like that, the first one, more than the third one, from what I remember. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't watch those every year or anything.
I haven't seen the third one. I heard it was horrible. I heard it went way out into left field, as if the first one wasn't enough, you know?
Yeah, I think it had to be more outrageous and, up everything, and it just didn't feel as good. It's kind of like the Feast sequels. I like them, but by the third one, it's like it just gets a little too crazy. I think Machete 2 is actually probably the best example of that. I love Machete, and I just think they went way too cartoonish with 2.
I barely remember Machete 2. I watched it, but I don't remember a single thing from it.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica had the gobbler sandwich at Wawa's.
We're getting a Wawa out here soon.
I wouldn't know, because we don't have one.
Well, they're expanding. There's Georgia, I think, is getting a bunch, so you might get lucky.
So it's a northern thing?
Well, I thought it was like a northeast thing, but now it seems like they're moving south and branching out. It's pretty cool. Sheetz is better, but Wawa's still pretty good.
Well, hopefully they come out here, because I definitely want to check them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the highlight for me with Thanksgiving was the just the absurd notion that he could just not even try, but just basically act like he's that chick's dad, and they just all buy it. And they're just like, oh, hey. That's probably the highlight of that movie for me. But
yeah, it's a good time. Maybe I'll watch it again this year. It's just never been in my regular rotation.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't beat turkey slasher, biker exploitation, all in, drug exploitation, all in one with Blood Freak for me. It's funny, the director hates that movie, but I don't know, there's just something about it. This and maybe Blood Rage, although even Blood Rage isn't like an every year thing, but Blood Freak is my go-to.
Well, we'll talk about Blood Rage later. I kind of want to save that one, because for me, that's the big one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's gotten to the point where it's the last few years. It's been a Thanksgiving Day, like when most people are watching like football or whatever. I'm watching Blood Rage, but
yeah,
I'll throw this one out there, because it's not a horror movie, but it's horror adjacent, and it's Addams Family Values.
Oh yeah, I still when Wednesday like shoots the bird out of the sky.
For me, it's like a perfect transition movie, like from Halloween to Thanksgiving. I usually watch it like earlier in the month. Yeah,
no, it really is, and I don't know. Looking at the trailer for the new Wednesday series, I'm just like, I don't think Jenna Ortega has the it factor to play Wednesday, but it's so hard to replace Christina Ricci.
Yeah, I mean, I like her, but she doesn't seem right for the role. And that show kind of dropped off the radar. I haven't heard anybody talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a big deal at first.
Yeah, I think it debuts, I don't know if it's this month or next month. We'll review at least the first, like, couple and just kind of see. Sometimes you run out of stuff to talk about. Like, I'll be honest, Chucky's kind of lost me lately, so,
Well, I'm doing the same thing with Chucky I did last season, which is I watched those free episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy the season.
Yeah.
and I will watch it from there. Like, I'm not too worried about spoilers. People aren't talking about it that much, so it worked out with the first season. That's probably what I'll do with the second.
Yeah, I mean it's all canon, so you kind of almost have to watch it, but I'm a few episodes behind now. It wasn't that must-watch TV anymore for me. It's kind of gone a little too seed, I think.
Well, I'm a little bit of a mark for Chucky. Like, I love it's Little Rubber Monster. Technically, it's like a killer doll, a pint-sized slasher. Anything in that arena, I usually like, and so like I like Seed, so
yeah,
I might like the absurdity.
I did as a standalone episode. I won't ruin it, but there's a reunion of sorts, although not necessarily what you'd expect. That I thought was pretty cool if you know the film.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Ben Grimm's here.
Hey Ben, what's up? Another newer one. Well, it's like 8 years old now. It's not new, but there is a movie called Christie with Ashley Greene. I don't know if you've watched that one.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
It's a solid little film. I remember reviewing it back in the day with Melissa. It's well worth the watch.
Is it available anywhere? Because I'm curious about it.
I actually have to check and see if I have it on DVD. Let's see. Yeah, with Thanksgiving, there's really only so much, so it's worth hunting them down if you really wanna.
Yeah, for sure. But no, Jessica, no football for me. I'm not a big sports fan. I'm one of those weirdos.
Not a fan. Let's see. Oh, this is actually weird. Let's see. I know it had a US DVD release. Let me see here. There's imports for it. Wow, I wonder what happened with this one. I saw it, and unless I just don't have an official copy, I'll have to have Todd look into it. But, well, if you're region free, you can still get a relatively affordable copy.
I am not. But yeah, Ben is bringing up Pilgrim, which I'll get to Pilgrim in a second, but I'd also like to throw in Flesh and Blood. Like, Into the Dark was mostly pretty mediocre, but it had a few that I really loved.
Early on, they had some great ones. Yeah, the first season, like right at the beginning, there were some great ones. There's a lot of throwaway shit as that show goes on, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I know a lot of people didn't, but I like School Spirit a lot. And
which one was that?
That was the one. It's basically like a 90s teen slasher, but Breakfast Club premise.
Was it like at a prom or something? If I remember right,
they
were locked in.
It was Breakfast Club, 100%.
Oh, okay.
They're in detention over the weekend. Their principal has like basically left them to their own devices and went to his office, and then slasher stuff happens. It was a really good one in my opinion. But anyway, Flesh and Blood, which is Patrick Lussier, the guy who directed like My Bloody Valentine 3D and stuff, and it's got Dermot Mulroney in it. It has some Stepfather vibes.
Yeah, he played the dad. He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one now. That is actually one of the good ones. Into the Dark was frustrating because, like, Bodies, if you remember one of the earlier ones, or that elevator episode.
I didn't watch Bodies.
Oh yes, those early ones were so good. Then it got frustrating. Unfortunately, there's more miss than hit.
But Flesh and Blood is basically about an agoraphobic girl whose mother recently died. So she's basically stuck at the house, struggling with her mental stuff, and she starts suspecting that her dad is a serial killer. And it was a pretty good time. I enjoyed it anyway. But the Thanksgiving was kind of an afterthought in that. It's not really heavy on it. It's more just like mentioned than focused on.
There's a lot, and it's hard to even remember that. Like, we'll have very light Thanksgiving themes. Not to backtrack, by the way, because this is not Thanksgiving, but you mentioned Breakfast Club horror. You should watch Bad Kids Go to Hell, which actually has Judd Nelson from Breakfast Club as the principal in that. That is really good. It also had a sequel, and it was a graphic novel too. So if that concept amuses you.
Where can you see this?
That is on DVD. In fact, I may have seen like the second one at Dollar Tree before. It shouldn't be too hard to find, but yeah, Bad Kids Go to Hell, and then the sequel was Bad Kids of Crestview Academy. You will definitely like the first one for sure.
Yeah, I'll look into it because yeah, that Breakfast Club gimmick, I enjoyed a lot actually. Like that was that third season of Scream, the MTV show. I was digging the first few episodes because it kind of had that a little bit.
Yeah, this doesn't disguise it. I mean, it's Breakfast Club. You've got Judd Nelson in there as the principal, and it's Ben Browder's in it. I don't know if you're a Farscape fan, but yeah, it's really good. I have the graphic novel somewhere too.
But also, the next one with Into the Dark is Pilgrim. And Pilgrim is so far above the level of quality that you expect from Into the Dark. Like, it's a legitimately great movie.
Yeah,
it's directed by the guy who did The Collector,
Marcus Dunstan.
Yeah, who's a really great director. And I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but basically, these people paid to have these Ren Fair people come in and reenact the first Thanksgiving in their house, and they're kind of rich suburban yuppie types, and shit goes crazy. That's all I'll say if you haven't seen it, because man, it's so good. The big problem with it, I think, is the lead girl is really obnoxious. She's like a high schooler who thinks she knows everything.
It's weird with Into the Dark because they had some that were so good, and obviously I'm not the biggest Blumhouse fan, so it's a shame because I'm like, why aren't these the theatricals? Because what's up, Jay?
What's up, guys? How's it going, man?
Just talking Thanksgiving horror. Have you seen my favorite, Jay, Blood Freak? We were talking about that earlier.
I have not seen that.
No, this is a must-watch. Yeah.
It sounds good, man. A giant turkey mutant who sucks drug addicts' blood.
Yeah, feast on drug addicts' blood, and yeah, it's really good. I shouldn't say that. I know it's got a following. I love on the back, the world's only turkey monster anti-drug pro-Jesus gore film. So, with a tagline like that,
how is it pro-Jesus?
If you watch, you'll kind of see. It's just, yeah, I think there was a lot of heavy drug use involved in the making of it too. So, it's entertaining. Yeah, you have to add it to your list. Another one. Now, this is kind of a cheat because this is a Halloween movie and a Thanksgiving movie, but it is entertaining. Death on Demand. It opens on Thanksgiving and then it becomes a Halloween slasher film.
Okay.
Yeah, very just 2000s cheesy, sleazy slasher movie. Takes place on Halloween night during this live webcast, and it's a good time.
Christy is on Tubi apparently, so I'll be checking into that.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
I have seen Christy.
Yeah, I remember it being pretty good.
Add all these to my list.
See, Ben knows. School Spirit. If you like 90s teen slashers, get on Hulu and watch School Spirit. It's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, one, it's not a recommendation, but because I haven't watched it yet, but last Thanksgiving recently came out. It was one of the horror pack releases, and since Black Friday's as much a part of Thanksgiving as anything, I could count Black Friday too with Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, I mean they eat a turkey dinner.
Yeah.
So
great cast too: Devin Sawa, Michael Jai White, Bruce Campbell,
and you know, a lot of people really bugged me with their reviews for that movie because I loved it. And whenever I started watching people's reviews, they were bitching about the production value.
I mean,
that was their big gripe. And they were giving it negative reviews based on its production value. And it's like, dude, they got all these genre stars. They put together amazing effects. And you're bitching that the store looked sparse and you couldn't believe that it was a store on Black Friday. It's just like so frustrating because that's a really fun movie, in my opinion.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that one a few weeks ago for the first time.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know what the issues were with it. I was like, that had a pretty decent budget for, you know, it's not a big budget horror film, but it's actually pretty grand in terms of its scope that they tried to, you know, get across. I mean, the finale's certainly pretty big scale. I don't know. I didn't think it was cheap.
No spoilers, because Ain't No Butterflies hasn't seen it. But by the way, what's up? I think this is the first time I've seen you in a stream.
Yeah.
We are talking about Turkey Day horror movies.
You know, I didn't even realize Christy was set on Thanksgiving. I knew it was on a holiday just because all the other kids were gone. Not a spoiler, it's just, you know.
Yeah, that one must have had weird distribution. I swore I had a DVD of it. But yeah, you can get a region free or a region 2 DVD copy of it if you really want it.
It was streaming on Netflix like back when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not anymore though, the way they rotate things out over there.
Yeah.
Ben says the remake of the McPherson's tape is set on or Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it has the same charm, but yeah, I did see that one. McPherson tape, I was glad to see that found footage doc kind of finally gave them their due, because I'm sure that had to be torture for some of those guys when Blair Witch came out and everybody acted like it never had been done before, even though, you know, Cannibal Holocaust and, you know, Last Broadcast and yeah.
You got any, Jay? You haven't heard mentioned?
I mean, Thanksgiving. I don't know if you guys have already mentioned that one.
Yeah, you can talk about it. We brought it up, but what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, that is, like you were saying, you know, low budget, you know, super low budget movie, and you know, it's fun for what it is, you know. And they made at least 2 sequels to it.
No, that's where it gets confusing though, because they did that, like they released it as Thanksgiving 3.
Oh,
and
okay.
It was like, where the fuck is Thanksgiving 2?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
You
pretty.
can understand why I thought that.
It's a pretty good joke, like, you know.
Well, yeah, because
where's part 2? People go looking for part 2.
Part 2 is the movie within a movie, so yeah.
Ben says escape room is set on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Ben knows all. Ben, man, if you look at his Halloween horror movie list on Letterboxd, it's amazing. So.
Oh yeah, Ben's got the list for sure.
Oh yeah.
What about Thanksgiving, the Eli Roth trailer that never got made into a movie, unfortunately?
Yeah, that's what my thumbnail's from. I mean, come on, guys. Let's be realistic. It's not gonna happen. I would love to be proven wrong.
Yeah, too much time's gone by.
Yeah, I mean, all that footage they got, unless it's like used as flashback material, is kind of worthless. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, stranger things have happened, but I think Eli Roth is not really concerned with that kind of stuff anymore. He's kind of got his eyes set on bigger and better things.
Well, yeah, I mean, but never say never. I'd love to be proven wrong because I was one of the guys pushing for that. I would have loved to seen it because, I mean, it would have been good. It would have been.
I would have loved. If I could pick only one, though, it'd be Werewolf Women of the SS. I would have liked to see
Mine would have been Don't. I would have loved to see what you could do with Don't. Just kind of like a House of Horrors kind of thing with random stuff everywhere. Kind of like Spookies, maybe more coherent.
Which is like, what did we get? A Machete, I think, is the only one we got out of that group that actually got made.
How about with a shotgun too?
Why was that in there? Okay.
I think that is it.
You had a wave of cash-ins, Hellride, Bitch Slap. There was a lot of. Some weren't that great, but there were a lot of attempts to sort of cash in on Grindhouse.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen them all because. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the thing that they would play different trailers in different theaters, and there were like a bunch of them. They basically had like a contest, like send us your trailers, and we might show it.
Oh, okay. I don't know that I've seen them all actually, because I've got the single DVD release of both the movies, the Grindhouse movies, but I don't have it all as one. I think they release it all as one at one point.
Yeah,
with the trailers and everything.
Yeah, they did. They split them. Then they finally did. Yeah, they maximized their profit.
No surprise there.
Did they ever release a Blu-ray for those?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah. Yeah, they're separate or together as Grindhouse. Yeah.
I should look into that because, I have the DVDs too.
Yeah, I don't know if I could see a 4K possibly.
And that thing didn't play but just like a week here. I was like, I'll just wait and see it next week because I mean back then, I mean things usually lasted longer than a week,
Yeah.
Now it's pretty common, but back then I was like, I missed the bus on that one, man. So I didn't see it in the theater, unfortunately.
That sucks.
I didn't either. I bought it as soon as it hit Walmart. I remember that. I bought both of them. Still the copies I have.
Yeah.
I heard those movies got buried because of Weinstein and his thing with Rose McGowan, which is criminal.
I have an action figure of her from Planet Terror that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I wasn't a huge fan of Death Proof. Death Proof is like, it's okay, but Planet Terror is awesome, dude.
I've only seen Death Proof the one time, and I probably need to watch it again. It's my least favorite Tarantino movie. So
the opening's pretty cool.
Well, see, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I think that whole bar scene is a slog to get through.
Mhm.
And then it kicks off once it turns into like a road trip movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, his like speech to her in the car was really good. I mean, there's very little debate. I think that it's his worst movie, but I don't think it's a terrible movie either.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. It has its moments for sure. What's that? Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She's always great. Zoe Bell's always great.
Yeah.
So
all the dialogue between the women in that movie just kind of it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, man. You know?
yeah, that's that especially that main girl, the one that's the radio personality,
Jungle Julia or whatever the hell. her
so
name.
full of her own shit, man. I just want to like pull my teeth out listening to her talk.
But that's Tarantino, which is strong suit is writing dialogue, but
Yeah.
maybe not for women.
No Thanksgiving over there.
Where you throw them butterflies. I love Hagazusa. It's great. Which cursed? There's a lot of cursed out there. If you're talking the new werewolf movie, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. But yeah, I mean, we knew this wasn't a deep well, unless y'all have got some other random ones. I've got two.
Dan does.
I mean, there really isn't a lot. There's Home Sweet Home, which some people seem to be a fan of that. I don't think it's great, but it is one of those not yet released properly on DVD or Blu-ray films. So, and it's a video nasty, I believe. But yeah, there's that. There's Boogeyman, not the Yuli Lommel film, but the 2000s horror film, which actually did well enough to get a couple direct-to-video sequels, but it's not a great movie. I wouldn't say rush out and see it.
It's one of those movies
there's a
I have
few others.
a soft spot for because of the era it came out. It sucks, but it was made around that time whenever like Fear.com and stuff came out.
Yeah, a few years
And
after that, yeah.
those movies have a vibe that I am like a little bit nostalgic for.
Yeah, it's not awful, and it actually made a decent little bit of money. Some people look back on those and say, "Oh, it was a bomb." I was like, "No, go back and look at the box office reports. Some of those made very healthy profits." But if there's one that you should all check out, once again, personal favorite, Blood Freak.
Well, I've also got Home Sweet Home, which I'm surprised hasn't been brought up yet.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was talking about that didn't really have a proper DVD or Blu-ray release. But it's worth, it's worth the watch.
It is, especially if you like those 80s batshit, like so bad they're good slashers. It's got freaking Body by Jake in it, dude. As the killer. Have you seen it, Jay?
I haven't. I have not seen that one.
Dude, like, okay, so Body by Jake is a maniac in this movie, dude. Like, he's insane. And you get this in the opening scene, you realize, like, what you're dealing with. And there's this kid named Mistake. His family calls him Mistake. And it's no wonder, because he's running around the whole movie in, like, Paul Stanley makeup and an electric guitar with like a little portable amp, and he's just running around like doing guitar solos and like
he's annoying as fuck. He's one of those. It's like Return to Sleepaway Camp, the fat kid in that. Like, you actually are rooting for him to be bullied and tortured. Like Return to Sleepaway Camp. I'm glad they killed your frogs, dude, because you're fucking obnoxious. So kind of the same thing with Home Sweet Home. Home Sweet Home is more entertaining, though. I hate Return to Sleepaway Camp. That movie is fucking garbage, but
That's the one thing I did know about is it had Body by Jake in it.
Yeah. Which is like, I don't know y'all's experience with Body by Jake, but when I was a kid, we had satellite, and I used to watch like daytime TV, random stuff, and one of them on USA Network was his sitcom.
Yeah.
Which was almost like a vehicle for his exercise.
His
tapes.
equipment, right? Didn't he sell didn't he have like some sort of thing that you thrust on or something? I'm not sure exactly what.
And
they turned everything into a show back then. Yeah.
And to see him like having that image of Body by Jake, this wholesome, like, who's the boss wannabe rip-off guy who's selling exercise equipment, and to go back and see him in that movie is hilarious. And there's a hilarious kill in there. I won't spoil it, but you'll know it when you see it once you watch it, because it's one of the better kills. Like, I won't go that far. It's a great kill, though.
It's a bad movie, but it is fun. It's a fun bad movie. Not as fun as Elves, though. Jumping ahead to Christmas, which I think you'll really love that one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say it's not amazing. I don't want to oversell it because it is a bad movie, but it's got its moments for sure.
Yeah, and you'll have to be okay with VHS quality because, again, it's not,
Yeah, he does magic too. I forgot about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And there's a guy bitching about the football game, but he's not watching the football game. He's just bitching about it. And they're all looking for green beans. Like, it's a crazy movie, man.
Yeah. It's probably a good watch-along movie with your friends because
bring your friends for sure. But
Jake Steinfeld is his name.
He died, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Oh, man.
I could be wrong.
Well, you could still buy his ab machine if you're interested.
No, his spirit lives on.
By the way, I'm drinking for the first time ever pumpkin barrel ale.
Nice.
It's strong, man. It's 10% alcohol.
Oh, wow.
This is my first taste of it. Smells good. Smells like pumpkin pie. It's good stuff, boys. Good stuff. All right, but the obvious one, the big one, is Blood Rage.
Right.
Like, this movie is a classic. We touched on it earlier. I watch it for the past few years. I've watched it Thanksgiving Day, like after our meal, with my buddy, and man, that movie is so good. Like, most people probably know this one, right?
Oh yeah, it's kind of. I think even more so since the Blu-ray came out. I know a lot more people have kind of discovered it.
It seems like it's gained popularity in recent years.
The Arrow release definitely put it on the map, because I had never heard of it. It's a newer movie to me. That's one of those things where, like, back in the day, if something wasn't on your video store shelf, you never heard of it.
Right.
At least of that caliber, and it wasn't in our video store.
Yeah, I remember. I think I first saw it under its alternate title, Nightmare at Shadow Woods, I believe it was.
Oh, terrible.
It was pretty heavily edited too, so I didn't really get a good view of that one until it came out. Until I watched it again later, uncut. A lot of people forget it was actually a golden era slasher. Even though it came out in the late 80s, it was shot like in 83. It sat for a very long time.
Well, I'm wondering, is that Nightmare at Shadow Woods, was that a title they tried to stick on it, maybe to release it after Elm Street came out? Because
yeah, probably, yeah, because that would have been out, yeah.
Still on the Arrow Blu-ray, the title card is Slasher.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just says Slasher, like almost like it was a placeholder card or something.
Yeah, I think, I'm pretty sure that's the title. I know I saw an edited version anyways, if that wasn't the title first, which sucks because all the life is cut out of those movies, but nice butterflies. Yeah, they did a really good job. I mean, Arrow are one of the companies that you're pretty much guaranteed an excellent release. I can't remember who did the commentary track on that, but it's really good.
I've got it right here. Let me see real quick.
Mark Soper is Todd. And
the director, John Grissmer. Yeah, Mark Soper, I heard a rumor he was like friends with Ben Affleck or somebody famous like that. And he's got small roles in a bunch of whoever his friend was, like a high profile actor. And he's like just a little side character in a bunch of their like these big movies.
Well, Blood Rage is much better than most of Affleck's movies, so
it might not have been Affleck, but I feel like it was maybe.
Ben Affleck, Blood Rage 2.
Oh god, please no.
I think if I were like a huge movie star, I would find it hilarious just to do some random fucking, like, I don't know, like do a sleazy like women in prison movie, or just something like totally out there. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It would just amuse me. Like, just like Ryan Gosling decides he's gonna make Salon Kitty or something like really just fucked up and sleazy.
That would be cool.
But yeah, I was telling him. I think I ran down most of the ones, but not a lot. But there's enough entertainment for a couple nights of Thanksgiving horror binging. But I kind of blend in the Christmas stuff this month, anyways. So
yeah, for it not being such a huge holiday, I mean, it's really more movies than you think about. You've been rattling them off.
Yeah, I think part of the reason you don't see as many Thanksgiving themed ones is Christmas ones do sell well. Like Ghoulish Tales, the one that I was a part of, that's a Christmas horror movie, and people, they get a little bit more interested, I notice. Well, you might not take a second look at just a standard low budget indie like that, but then when they hear, oh wait, there's a Santa slasher portion to that. Yeah, I do play a perverted Santa in that, by the way.
Nice.
So,
where can you find this Ghoulish Tales?
I'll hook you up. I can get you a copy.
Nice. Yeah, like, I mean, especially if you nail the aesthetic, like that kind of, like with Christmas, it's the hazy, like lights everywhere and ornaments and stuff, and that kind of hazy, like white tint to things, like not white, but glistening tint. You know, if you can nail that, it'll carry you through a movie a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like that's kind of what's going on with the Black Christmas remake from 2006.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty wild with Black Christmas. I mean, the first one's the best, but the second one, the first remake, I should say, is pretty fucking awesome.
I like it.
Yeah, and it's different. You know, it's not like you're not watching the same movie, which is how a remake should be. You know, it's great in its own right.
It should hate men. It should be a man-hating movie.
It was funny. I don't know if it was.
And speaking of that, You know, we were talking about Pilgrim earlier. Have you seen Pilgrim, Jay?
I don't think so.
The Into the Dark Hulu like original?
I don't believe so.
Because, you know, a lot of people have this like kind of like suspicion that maybe Black Christmas was meant to be Into the Dark, and they just stuck the title Black Christmas on it and released it theatrically, which makes sense because that movie is on par with a lot of the Into the Dark movies. Pilgrim is so much better than all of those movies in every way, like production value, writing, direction, acting. It is such a good movie. That one is the one that should have been released theatrically. And I feel like if it had of, a lot more people would talk about it. Because I mean it's a really good movie. Like I like it a lot.
It's also pretty fucked up too. The first remake. Not to give that away, because I think a lot of people, there's still a lot of people that I know haven't watched it just because it's got that reputation from that period of, oh, yeah, all the remakes were shit then, but that one's great. House of Wax is a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Hills Have Eyes may be the best of them all in terms of remakes.
I haven't watched Hills Have Eyes in so long.
Mm.
I don't even remember.
It's better than the original. It's scarier. It's extremely well made. That one, in my opinion, way better. I got to throw My Bloody Valentine in there also. I think that's a great remake.
Yeah.
I had
Maniac.
a fun time with that one.
I'll always
like
throw
Maniac.
Maniac is the best remake ever, in my opinion.
It's a contender. Maniac's fantastic. When they cast Elijah Wood, I remember people just losing their minds, and I was like, you know what? He's not Joe Spinell. I mean, he's very different, kind of actor. But when I saw Sin City, I was like, man,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he'll pull that off. Elijah
What
Wood
I was
going to
say, he's terrifying in Sin City.
Yeah.
And he always goes all in, and he genuinely loves horror.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it shows. He puts a lot into his roles when he's doing a horror movie. Like,
yeah, his post like Lord of the Rings stuff, much like Robert Pattinson, I know came up on another stream. Like got that money, and then he did a lot of really awesome indie stuff.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
I guess
You
Chess
gotta-
is talking about Ghoulish Tales.
It's
Says it's on
something.
YouTube too.
I don't know. I don't think so, but I know it's on. Yeah, I don't know. I can hook you up with that though.
Black Christmas 2019 was directed by the girl who did New Year's Eve. New Year, New You.
Yeah, and I think I remember hating that too. I could be wrong. A lot of the more mediocre or so Into the Darks kind of bleed together for me, but yeah, 2019 is an abomination. That movie is so bad.
I never watched it.
It'll just make you mad.
Yeah.
She insists it is, Dan.
Oh, cool. Well, there you go.
One of those, like popcorn flicks probably uploaded it or something. So.
They didn't pay me anything, so
Oh god,
you have my blessing to
you gotta go
do whatever you
track them
want.
down, dude, and kill them.
Yeah.
Copyright strike.
I think what's weird. I think that movie's technically public domain because it's not like listed as any owner on that one. They sold the second one, which is it's funny because there's more money in it, but it's not very good. MILFs versus Zombies illegally. Like I never signed off on anything, so yeah, they kind of screwed me over. So you know what? Hey, you want to download that one too? Don't feel bad because I'm not getting paid anyways.
I mean, you've got a great name. Ghoulish Tales is a great name, and you've got Daniel Shine playing a killer Santa.
Well, I play the perverted Santa.
Oh, a perverted Santa.
Yeah, well, it's hard to spoil that movie, but yeah, I play multiple roles. I'm a perverted Santa. I'm a gay homeless roadie. I am a God, what else do I do? I'm a racist I'm a racist neighborhood watchman.
Is that
already on board, man?
Yeah.
Is that the clip that they showed on that Flesh Wound live stream?
Yeah, I think they
were celebrating some type of milestone, like so many years or so many subscribers, and somebody played a clip of you like knocking on somebody's door and talking to them.
Oh, yeah.
I thought about using that in a thumbnail, a picture of you from that.
There's a lot of ridiculous shit in there. The director is a fucking moron. Like, there are certain things, like he lost both of those movies twice. We had to reshoot at one point. There was an actress that played a vampire chick that I think regretted her nude scene and like just stopped. So we had to reshoot a bunch of stuff. Then, although her nude scene's still in the movie, so fuck her. We changed it up where, like, okay, we can have the perverted slumlord like just peeking through, and so her shower scene's still in the movie. But we had to reshoot the whole thing with Jenny Janetti in her role, and she's a pro wrestler, daughter of Jimmy Janetti for you old school ECW fans. Yeah, it's not a good movie, but you'll at least get some laughs out of it because I'm in it. You know, it's got that charm, DIY charm to it. I'll hook you guys up. Don't worry.
Do you have a problem if I do a watch along?
I don't. Like I said though, I don't know that you can actually play it or not. I think it's public domain, to be honest. But
you know, I'll try it. I played Roundhouse.
Yeah.
Hey, we got through quite a bit of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nudity in it though, so I wouldn't actually play it. There's a lot of nudity. Yeah.
Well, we can still do a commentary.
Mm-hmm.
We can upload it to I'll upload it to a YouTube channel somewhere randomly and unlist it.
Well, Jessica said it exists. Now, you might have a cut version of that. I don't know if a cut version ever actually came out. I know like Sleazebox got it. I mean, I think they got MILFs too. It is, again, I never signed off on anything, so it is illegal, but not fighting that at this point.
They know that you guys aren't going to come after them, probably is why they do it.
No, I mean, that was the issue. Like, they were supposed to show me a final cut because the director wanted to take credit for stuff he didn't do. So he wanted like the head writing credit, which was ridiculous. And, never showed it to me and then just released it anyways. And I mean, I talked to a lawyer, but it was like one of those, okay, so you're going to pay thousands of dollars to a lawyer. You're going to pay at least what I put into the movie. What's the point? Then, the director's kind of a bum. So you're not going to get any money. Maybe you prevent the movie from coming out, but fuck it. It's out there. So I don't know if I'd say I'm proud of it, but it's a fun
I'd be proud of it, dude.
Little movie. Yeah. It's a fun little movie.
I'd be proud of no matter what. If I was in a movie, I'd be proud as hell of it, even if it was horrible. If
you like DIY kind of stuff, because, I mean, some of it was literally shot in my backyard. So, it's got that. MILFs vs. Zombies, I actually think is pretty bad. That just did not turn out to be what it was supposed to be. And then again, he's a fucking moron. So he added like a bunch of unnecessary stuff and made the movie a lot longer than it should have been. which is something I harp on a lot in like modern B-movie reviews. Like, you know, don't waste people's time with padding it out with crap, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Have you
I mean,
guys seen the trailer for what's the one with the guy from Stranger Things?
yeah,
Violent Night. Yeah,
Yeah,
that looks pretty cool.
I
Yeah,
thought
I'm
that
gonna
was
see
gonna
that.
be a slasher for a minute until I saw the trailer, but I'm down, dude.
Yeah.
I love the
David
concept.
Harbour's great. Like, Hellboy was a mess, the last one, but he was still great as Hellboy.
Yeah,
I
liked him.
Yeah. Great finale, though. I think the effects and everything. That movie had a lot of issues with the story, but the effects I thought were fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, the concept of Santa Claus, like, because he is a, you know, like a supernatural being. And just the concept of, like, you fucked with him, and now you're gonna, like, he's gonna, you know, he doesn't just drop presents down a chimney, you know. I love that. So.
Yeah, I can't find it anymore. It's oh, nice. I can't find it anymore, but somebody did some kind of blog of like Killer Santas. Again, I didn't play a Killer Santa technically, so but I was the perverted Santa they took the suit and everything. But like I think the movie was actually listed on that blog. So that's kind of cool. I think it incorrectly mentioned me as a Killer Santa, which
I mean,
I'm
who
not,
knows,
but
man? You could make up
Yeah.
your own backstory that you killed somebody off screen.
Technically, there's a decapitation in that opening, and I like kind of like I'm holding up like the chess piece and everything, so I'm assisting in my own character's decapitation, which is kind of funny. It's one of the funnier scenes. It doesn't not the most realistic. It's not like a necromantic decapitation, but if you watch it, like I get decapitated and I do this jazz hands thing that it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Is it actually like your body? Like,
Well,
did
if I remember right, it's like a torso piece, and then and it destroyed the makeup lady. Like, there's a delay. Like, I remember sitting there, like, on a bed, because Chrissy Maphis, I think, was the actress. Like, she's taking a shower, we're getting ready to hook up, and the Killer Santa walks in, and I give him, like, this line. It's like, I ain't into any menage-a-tages, boy. And it's really fucking dumb. But there was a delay in the blood tube, and it's like, fuck, we're gonna have to set all this up again. Then it's just like, boom, like it explodes on her ceiling. And I still remember looking, and hits the ceiling, and like comes down and goes right in my eyes. And it still looks
corn
good.
syrup?
I don't know what. We had like some blood we made, but then we used a lot of just those Walmart blood things, Spirit Halloween blood things. It's pretty much the same.
I don't know. There's no telling what they put in that stuff, man. It could
Yeah,
be-
yeah,
You could have eye cancer now, and you don't even know it.
could be. It's not fun to get in your eyes.
I bet.
Yeah, it's shitty. Like I said, there's a few things that I think the movie technically would have looked better, but the director's really stupid. So it just, but
Makes
yeah.
for a good story, though, man.
Mhm.
Like, I would love to be in a movie. I'm gonna try. I really am. There's a dude that makes movies around here.
Mhm.
Jonathan knows him, and he said he's
Oh yeah.
working on one now, and I might try to get in it, just
I
to
think-
like say I
Mhm.
did, you know.
if you have somebody that can shoot and edit, that's half the battle. Like I said, if you saw the director of that, like, you would never guess. I mean, again, that's my issues with him aside. He still made and finished a movie, so I mean, fuck, anybody can do it. With like the group of guys we have, we could shoot something, and it doesn't have to cost as much. Like, I wasted a lot of money just over his stupidity, and also that actress kind of fucking us, and we had to reshoot a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we can do. Like I said, we can't play the movie, but we can still do a commentary at some point. We did one on Patreon, I think, but
I might still play it, man. Just to see what happens.
It's your call. Nobody really owns it, but
I was gonna give myself one strike for that Snick Watch along, and I didn't get it, so I still got a strike to play with.
There you go.
Might not be the best way to run a YouTube channel, but
oh, that would be really cool, Ben. Yeah,
that would have been awesome.
I would have done whatever they asked me for a Hellraiser movie. You know,
I mean, like, I think we were talking about this last night. This chick I worked with is gonna move to close to a town where they make Hallmark movies, and I was like, you know, if you get in on that, like, call me. I want to be like in the background of a Hallmark movie. That would be
there you go.
Know?
People love those damn Hallmark movies, man.
Yeah, my mom for like months watches those on a loop, so there's a big audience for it.
It'll be like Melissa Joan Hart or somebody like that, or
Lacey
Kirk
Chabert,
Cameron's sister.
She's in a lot of them.
Lacey Chabert is hot as fuck. Hey, Jamie. What's up?
What's going on, Jamie? You unfortunately missed most of the Turkey Day movie talk, but at this point we're just kind of bullshitting, which is it's probably more entertaining. But
Lacey Chabert was in Black Xmas, right?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, not another teen movie. She was the daughter in the Lost in Space movie.
Oh yeah.
She was in Scarecrow, which was
the Sci-Fi Channel one. Yeah,
slightly entertaining sci-fi movie.
Yeah, I like that one a lot, actually. It had the lead from Sanctuary too, Robin Dunn, I think.
But yeah, I can dig because I watch them with my wife. She likes Hallmark movies, and some of them are funny, man, because they're just so. I mean, like, again, we talked about this last night. Actually, like, they're kind of similar to horror movies, B movies.
Yeah,
they're formulaic.
They're formulaic, and they're kind of manufactured and pumped out, and they can be entertaining, man.
Yeah.
Kevin Sorbo probably does some.
Yeah, Sorbo does that, or like anti-abortion like movies.
Or, you remember the guy that was Buddy on Charles in Charge? He kind of took the same route and did a bunch of the. He's Bible Man.
Oh,
he's
shit.
Bible Man. Oh shit! We need to do a Bible Man watch along too, dude.
He was in like Charles in Charge and Zapped. That's pretty much all I know right off the top of my head. But
Zapped's great. I love Zapped.
Zapped's a great movie.
Bruce Campbell did a Hallmark or Lifetime Christmas movie recently.
Yeah, he was. It was him and Peter Gallagher. I watched that with my mom. Like, they were a music duo, and I think Bruce Campbell's got like early onset dementia or something, and they're trying to like get together for one last concert.
That's rough, man.
Yeah, it's a fun little movie. I think he did a second one that was supposed to come out this year.
I made chili today too, Jamie. So it was a good day to make chili.
Nice.
But yeah, and also Eric Freeman and the guy who played Billy in the first Silent Night, they were both in a Hallmark Christmas movie, and they made like a subtle reference. I want to track it down and watch it. They made like a subtle reference in a scene together of Silent Night, Deadly Night. So there's a little bit of crossover happening, man. Like,
That's cool.
Kind of cool.
Got to cross over like the podcasts, get Jess in there, and track down Al at the local glory hole and get a hold of him.
Jess could walk in there and get a job, dude. He's got a freaking resume, man.
Jess is legit. If we made a movie, I think Jess would probably be the leading candidate, probably to direct it, I would imagine. Yeah. Yeah. Nice, Jamie.
True.
That's what Corey's doing tonight.
He's watching some MMA.
Was this the Jake Paul fight?
I don't think so.
I still can't believe that's real.
They're setting it up for them to win as long as possible.
Is he fighting Tate? What's his name? Tate something? Or Andrew Tate?
It's the one that some say he should lose, but I'll be honest. There's a lot of bullshit in boxing. Stuff does get fixed at times. I don't know if you guys remember when Mickey Rourke had his match in Russia. That was totally a work.
Really?
There's even people that will tell you like that was not a legitimate fight, and he did not win the fight.
I mean, it makes sense that they would do that, even if it's just every once in a while, just to kind of generate hype.
Yeah.
I'm all for that shit, but it's like a lot of that, they like those exhibitions, like they don't declare a winner. It's like, I don't want to watch something that doesn't have a winner, you know?
Yeah.
Well, is Bellator, is that what it's called? Is that still around? Where it was like...
Yeah, it is.
It was MMA, but they had like wrestling entrances where they would like really ham it up and they had gimmicks and shit.
I need a little bit, I don't know. I think they've gotten a little too soft with MMA. Like, I just need more violence. Plus, it's hard to order a pay-per-view where the fight may not even last a full round, you know? The one fight you care about anyways.
I mean, I stopped watching it a long time ago.
I can sit down and enjoy a fight. I just can't keep up that way. I need theater, I guess, with my violence. That's why I'm a wrestling guy.
Yeah, it's very, like, it interests me, but not to the point where I follow it and keep up with stats and stuff.
It's too damn expensive, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I needs a subscription model for me.
Like twice a month, got like a $65 pay-per-view. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, it's if you got more than one person, it's fun to have a group of people over to watch it and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's just too much money for me, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I almost caved. I didn't do it, but that CM Punk fight, the first one, and, you know, I mean, I still watched it anyways, but I didn't pay for it, but like, it's just like, that's over.
I have the posters from every CM Punk fight. It wasn't 2 or 3. It was 2, right?
I think it was 2.
Yeah, 2, and there were like rumors for a long time about a third fight, but I think it was just like,
Oh, that second fight, dude. That cemented the fact that he would never show his face again. Because that dude, like, made him look like a clown. It was kind of...
He was just dancing with them. He could have finished that damn thing in 10 seconds.
Yeah. But I went out, because I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings at the time, through both of his fights. And I went out of my way to get those posters, so I have them.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Just like, he's not even, like, top of the card. He's, like, down in the corner, CM Punk versus whoever. But I wanted those posters.
Yeah, it was very much like, look, I get there's interest in seeing him fight, but this guy is not legit. Like, he just doesn't belong in there.
And there was that whole build up for like a year or two of him on YouTube, like posting his training videos. And then he gets smoked. Dude.
I mean, Brock Lesnar did it and got the fucking heavyweight championship, you know?
Yeah.
But Brock Lesnar's a different breed of animal, man. That dude is just a beast in every aspect. I mean,
well, and he was an amateur wrestling standout too. So, like,
yeah, he was a legit wrestler, right? I mean, like, no, I'm not talking not professional, but you know, like college.
Yeah,
and I mean, he was a real athlete. I mean, not to disparage, you know, professional wrestlers, but you know,
yeah, no, Brock's once in a lifetime. That dude's just, you know. I know CM Punk is trained in martial arts his whole life, and that's great, but he never had a professional fight. You know, he didn't belong in there. Yeah, he was too old.
Yeah, he was pushing 40, or was he in his 40s?
He's like 44 now, so yeah.
Too old to make that jump at that point in his life, you know?
Yeah.
From, you know, he's been doing professional wrestling, as you know, as athletic as that is, you know, we're not talking about getting punched in the face all day long, you know.
Well, and also there was a gap too. Like maybe he still worked out, but he hadn't wrestled for a while even.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because he had an injury. Like as soon as they signed him, he got injured, and it was like 2 years before he actually fought, I think.
Yeah, it's a long time.
He had to have a surgery or something during that period of time.
Yeah. No, he's injury prone now, so I don't know. He might just be a commentator now. I know he did some commentating on some other MMA league or something recently.
Didn't Logan Paul like tore his knee all up, right? Against the fight with Roman?
Some people said it might be part of a storyline, but I can believe it. There were a few moments there where it felt like they maybe didn't get in all the stuff they planned. So I wouldn't be shocked if something maybe happened.
I really hate that, Gab. That was a pretty good match.
So is Logan the one that did the Suicide Forest stunt?
Yes.
Or is that the other one?
I think that was Logan.
It
may have been both of them, but I mean, I think it was Logan's the one that took the heat for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Logan. Yeah.
I didn't know who those guys were before that.
Yeah, I know my nieces were into like some merch that those guys, that I guess Logan put out, but other than that, they were always just like the assholes from the Suicide Forest video. Like that's all I know them.
I knew them from other YouTubers making fun of them.
Yeah.
And that was the thing, you know, because they were like, I'm pretty sure they were Disney stars, or one of them was.
I don't know.
Maybe Jake. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know. I just know that, like, they kind of started this whole YouTube thing where they were like, I mean, they were just making like empty, vapid content, and all these kids were like worshiping them, and like a bunch of YouTubers making fun of them. That's where I first caught wind of them.
We need to start up like an MMA thing with horror YouTubers. I think we could make money off of that. Oh yeah, UFC back in the old days, like there was a lot less regulation. They beat the fucking shit out of each other.
Tank Abbott wore shoes. That's how long ago that was. Like that's unheard of now because you can't kick if you have shoes on, right?
He was just a tough enough dude that he could just beat the shit out of you with his hands, and
that sport's really changed a lot since it started too, as far as just the skill set that's involved, you know.
I mean, that kind of stuff it's inevitable. Anytime everything starts off raw and becomes mainstream. That's just the way things go.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, you go back and watch some of the early stuff, it's pretty wild. Yeah, it's kind of like a PG version, I guess, of BAM is kind of what I understand from my nieces.
Well, there was one where, and this was from the days whenever YouTubers were making fun of them for being so like shallow, but like one of them got this chick over that was like their age, which was probably like 16 to 18, and they blindfolded her and told her to pucker up, and they were gonna kiss her, and they blindfolded her and then brought their dad, who was like 50 years old probably, and he kissed her.
That's
and then,
fucking creepy.
Yeah, and then mid kiss they pull her blindfold off, and she's like, "Eh," and it's just like, dude, like,
get her, Dad, get her.
Kind of rapey, yeah. I was gonna say.
Probably didn't age well.
No. I mean, I don't even think it like was born well then. Like, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think even 10 years ago that probably would go over too well.
Yeah.
I want to see Jake Paul fight box a boxer. Quit boxing, like out of shape UFC, guys that have retired.
They're setting it up so he can win as long as possible.
Well,
or not.
Last one didn't do well. I mean, they didn't make a lot of money off it. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of see that there's a lot of bullshit involved. Hey, Mike, what's up?
Up early, are we?
Yeah.
And kind of touching on this, I know what he's talking about. Letters to Satan. It's a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Man, is it good. If you haven't seen that, it's like a parody of a Hallmark movie where this chick is in like a Hallmark movie situation, but also is like being chased by freaking like some demon. It's good stuff.
I'm sure that'll be playing soon. Next month or two.
I looked for a DVD or Blu-ray release, and it hasn't happened because this came out in like 2020.
Yeah, there are some Sci-Fi Channel originals that didn't get like a separate release, but ended up like on a set.
Yeah, I have Santa Jaws. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's on a set. Again, didn't come out separate, but
have you seen Santa Jaws, Jay?
I have not.
Check it out.
I know he's got a little hat on, doesn't he? The shark got a little Christmas hat on.
All kinds of stuff, dude. He gets like they bust his teeth out or something, and then like he chews up Christmas ornaments and they become his teeth, like jagged shards of Christmas ornament. And it's good stuff, man. It's really cheesy, really fun, and actually pretty well made, like for what it is.
Ghost Shark is the GOAT for me. I love that movie. Nightmare Shark, which is the Nightmare on Elm Street ripoff that a lot of people like, but Ghost Shark is number one.
Have you guys have done a show on shark movies, right?
We've done a lot of shark movie reviews for sure. Yeah.
There's more than I could even imagine of those movies.
Hold on, let me go grab something. I'll drop something on y'all.
Cool. Yeah, I don't think the Sharknado movies are the best of those, to be honest. There's some.
No, I don't. No. I'm not a big fan of those at all. They're too stupid for me. But
yeah, 2 is pretty fun, but yeah,
I don't like Tara Reid either.
Yeah, she's kind of like, I don't know, half dead, but
the guy from 90210, right? Ian Ziering or something like that.
Yeah, it's funny. Like there's tons of B movies like that are made, and I think they really just lucked out that exploded like it did.
Right. Here we go. I've talked about this in a video before. I got this at Dollar Tree for $1.25. And the reason I got it is because there's a movie called Shark Man on here.
It's also known as Hammerhead with Jeffrey Combs and William Forsythe.
Jeffrey Combs and William fucking Forsythe.
Yeah, it's fun.
It says A scientist accidentally turns his son into a hideous half man, half shark while trying an experimental cancer drug.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the reason I grabbed this. That movie,
Hey, that's a steal. You get 8 movies, man. It's
and
like,
one of them has
quarter
Jeffrey
movie.
Combs in it. And there's a whole franchise on here. Shark Attack 1 through 3. Come on, that's value, baby.
There are some entertaining Sci-Fi Channel movies. Killer High is one I think I liked. Yeah. Headless Horseman, which we did recently.
I have not watched The Lair yet.
It's like a B movie kind of Doom style thing. You know,
Isn't that about the guy who made Dog Soldiers or something?
yeah, he's all, and The Descent. Like, he's one of those directors that's like, that's forever his measuring stick, and I don't know that he can hit Descent or Dog Soldiers level. But I love Doomsday. I love Centurion. You know, he can still be counted on for an entertaining movie.
Yeah, that Doomsday is kind of what killed his career, wasn't it? Just because it was kind of a flop.
It didn't do terribly well, but I mean, he got Hellboy. I'd say Hellboy is the career killer.
Oh, he did Hellboy. Oh, which
Yeah.
one? The second one?
No, the last one, the
last one. Right.
Yeah, reimagining, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
That was right. It was Del Toro that did the other ones, right?
Yeah, the first two are fantastic. Yeah. There was a lot of like fighting, I think, with like producers as to the tone of Hellboy, and yeah, the script kind of fails it, but he can still shoot carnage. I mean, Baba Yaga, I thought that portion was really cool. Then just the mass like murder spree with the creature and everything at the end was pretty cool. So it's not all bad. Just disappointing if you're a fan of the graphic novels.
Yeah.
Yeah, the southern accent was
Southern
bad.
accent.
Yeah, Jamie Bamber too. Like I'm a big fan of the new Battlestar Galactica. I think he was just hamming it up, and it was just really bad.
I tell you, who had a really bad southern accent is Al Pacino.
Yeah,
And I feel like it was some terrible movie. He was like a lawyer or some shit.
yeah.
And I just want to say,
It goes in and
guys,
out of it.
close your ears and eyes if you haven't seen Barbarian. But there was no CGI in that, was it?
I didn't. I mean, it was, but I didn't think it was bad.
What
Yeah.
was it?
You know, where she. Well,
Enhancements. But yeah, I mean, it's not like a
Okay.
shitty CGI.
yeah, it's not like I Am Legend.
No. I love
I
that
mean,
Richard Matheson story.
I can get being touchy towards CGI. I'm like that sometimes, but I didn't have a problem. I didn't even notice any in Barbarian.
It's just
Well,
one
maybe
part
it
I
was
can
there.
remember where she kind of comes up against the window.
Yeah, I haven't watched it since the theater, but
I mean, that's one I'm gonna buy day one on Blu-ray. I know that.
I don't know that it's going to get a release.
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Hopefully the God it does.
I believe it will. I mean, it
Think
had
so?
the theatrical, so it should. Now, like Hellraiser, it looks like it won't, which sucks. But
Thought
Yeah,
it was
it's-
whatever company put out Barbarian. It wasn't. Someone was saying it wasn't going to get her physical.
oh shit, you might have more updated info on that. I'd have to.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
that's something I've been thinking about lately. Everybody's saying that physical media is dying. They've been saying that for a few years. And I don't deny there's a problem, but I think this is going to be what actually kills it. It is Hulu and Netflix and all these streaming services getting big titles like they have been in this last year. Texas Chainsaw, Hellraiser, Predator. when they start scooping those up and making them streaming exclusives and refusing to drop a physical, that's when things are going to get really bad.
I don't think Netflix does any physical releases anymore, do they?
They
haven't even finished releasing the Stranger Things. They stop at season 2, right? Which is infuriating, dude.
It's annoying. They made too many of them, but a lot just depends on the contracts and everything. Some Netflix stuff, a lot of it had come out like overseas. Some of them region-free Blu-rays for a while. If it's totally in-house now, then no. In fact, like probably the biggest thing I'm behind on movies-wise is every once in a while I'll have to like really scroll through Netflix because I'm just used to waiting to see, when something's getting a physical that I'm at least aware of it. And there are certain things like I was like, oh fuck, I totally forgot about that. So I at least have a back catalog of shit to knock out at some point. There's a couple things on there I need to watch before the end of the year show we do.
It's been a lot of stuff come out this year.
Yeah. They're on my good side with Cabinet of Curiosities, for sure.
Still working my way through that one. What else have I been watching? Gotten caught up on American Horror Story, American Horror Stories. Yeah, still watching that Let the Right One In show.
Yeah, you said that was really good. I need to get on that.
Which I've just been so spoiled by things being released all at once. When I get into something, I want to finish it. I want to mow through it. That's just it's a.
Are you talking about binging versus weekly? I like weekly.
Yeah,
more.
I know. Yeah,
weekly,
I mean,
though. Yeah,
you definitely. I mean, you probably get more out of it, but I just like to. I mean, if I'm really into it, I like to watch it all.
You'll get more weekly because then they can keep you on the hook subscription-wise. Because a lot of people, okay, I'll just pay the month or get a free month and just watch everything you're looking to watch, then cancel it.
Well, I think with me, it's a holdover from appointment TV. I miss appointment TV. I miss Thursday nights being stoked because I was going to get to watch like The Office and shit.
Yeah.
And it's not the same, but it's similar. So I still kind of like weekly. Even though I'm not saying like it's not great to be able to binge something.
Oh, no, it is. I love
having something to look forward to.
Things blow up more when they're weekly. Like Game of Thrones.
Longer.
Yeah,
it's
Game
not
of Thrones,
just like
if they drop the whole season, there'll still be a big show. But if they drop the whole season at once, it doesn't linger out there as much. It's like, oh, okay, it's huge for that month, and then everybody's watched it. So
yeah, I mean, look at Stranger Things. Stranger Things season 4 was amazing.
Yeah,
everybody's already over it.
They're already on to something else.
Yeah.
It's already dead. Like, I mean, it's still there. You still remember it, but nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, if you can stretch it out
for like another month with that 2 releases, but I mean, if they had done it week to week, we'd probably just like still be talking about it right now,
and then had it like a couple months in between to get the other half of the season. That's really, again, we may not want it, but that is definitely a more successful way to do it. Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. A lot of the Brits do great American accents.
One guy that I never knew was British was the guy from Walking Dead, Rick Grimes.
Andrew Lincoln.
I couldn't believe he was from England.
It does slip very subtly once in a while.
Coral!
Yeah. I wouldn't even say it slips. It's just like you can tell that's not his natural way of speaking.
I think Ben's talking about Barbarian here, so hopefully because I want it.
Yeah.
I want to own that bitch.
Yeah, a lot depends on the production. I mean, some they're not made specifically for like Netflix, you know.
Well, it's like The Empty Man, you know, never got a release other than that Redbox DVD.
Yeah.
I've got a
Matt,
few extra copies of it if anybody wants them.
yeah,
Because that's what everybody did. Probably was
Just
rent
went
it.
and bought the Redbox for like
Yeah.
$5 or something. Yeah.
Matt, they kept doing it overseas, starting with Cult, I believe, and at least Cult, I know, is a region-free Blu-ray. So what I would recommend is, I don't know if it was a UK Blu-ray or I think it was UK though. So they continued. I don't know about the last couple. The Hulu stuff now, I don't think got anything, but at least through Apocalypse overseas, they did.
So I would want to get 84.
Yeah. I have everything that they did US wise. I haven't gotten around. I try not to buy as much TV on Blu-ray now because it's one thing because my collection almost has grown too big. So, you know.
Well, you know the weird thing with me, I want horror anthologies on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm getting like Night Gallery. I'm buying those sets.
But
so
even
there's
up to-
exceptions.
Even up to Creep Show, like.
Yeah, like I don't need something like I don't know. I haven't really watched it, but The Office. Like I don't need that on Blu-ray. That's always going to be around streaming somewhere.
Well, but also if it depends on your fandom because they remove episodes.
Yep.
Like that's the
true.
thing with Community. I made sure I owned Community, and I'm glad I did because that show is my favorite show of all time, and the best episode of that whole show, they removed it, and it's because a guy dressed like a dark elf for a Dungeons and Dragons game, and somebody accused that of being blackface. He was painted blue. And they said, "Oh, that's blackface," and no argument. All the streaming services that on streaming that episode doesn't exist.
We can't piss off the Smurfs.
Hey, there's some stuff in those first early seasons of The Office, man, that is not going to fly very well.
Yeah, they pulled one. They pulled the one where he was taunting the
Prison
Mindy
Mike.
Kaling,
Oh,
doing the Indian accent.
I would do it right now because I know
What's
what he
up?
says.
Well, the cookie thing. You want
Would
cookie
you like
cookie?
some cookie? Try my cookie
Yeah.
cookie.
That you can't get that on streaming. It doesn't exist now.
Fuck is a gooey goo.
It's been deleted from existence as far as streaming goes.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's
30
the-
Rock did it. 30 Rock, when Jenna does, she does blackface, man, but it's intended to show that she's an idiot.
That it's
It's out of
stupid.
touch. Like, you got to take context. It's not trying to be, it's saying that she's stupid, you know?
Yeah.
It's why you really can't do 90%
Comedy?
of
You can't do comedy anymore? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's one thing I always say, like, if I made something else, it wouldn't even necessarily be a horror movie. I might just do like an offensive old school 80s sex comedy that absolutely would never fly, and I might just put it out there for everybody on whatever streaming site, whatever, that'll take it. You know, YouTube, whatever. Because I think that's what we're starved of right now. It's a shame when we got podcasts and stand up to a certain degree, although they keep trying to kill that now as well. But
that's all comedy is for me now, is those two things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I just want a good old fashioned comedy movie. Not even like a real dirty comedy movie. Like I'd settle for like a decent family comedy. Those don't exist either.
Yeah, not really. Yeah.
I just looked that up, Mike. He's playing one of the Von Erichs,
Who is it?
Zac Efron.
Yeah, he
He's
roided
playing
up.
Kevin Von Erich, and then
The biggest one, right? And not the
Carrie was
Carrie's the biggest.
oh, Carrie's the big one. Okay.
But I just saw this week where MJF's playing Lance Von Erich.
Okay. Yeah,
Matt knows I'm 184 on Blu-ray too.
Zac Efron was like a genetic freak, man.
It's gonna
He's
be
on
really
the gas,
fucked.
man.
Wouldn't it be really fucked up if he died trying to make that movie?
If he's not careful, like, look, did you see his stomach?
Yeah, it's
That's
not.
the steroid bodybuilder stuff.
HGH.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he said, he had to take a ton of steroids to get into that kind of shape for Baywatch. So
At least
there's
he's
no telling what he
honest.
took to do this, because I mean, he's got the distended stomach and everything.
You know what that
fucking
is?
natural.
It's pretty fucked up. It's human growth hormones.
Is that what does it?
It actually makes your organs grow
Yeah.
to a disproportionate size. Like there's no reversing that.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be
It
fine, but
grows.
you'll have a freaking weird six pack over a beer belly look.
No,
Well, let me tell you
it'll
something.
kill you.
That's-
That's what happened to Eddie Guerrero. It'll kill you.
That's a sick and twisted thing too, because like you'll have all these side effects from taking that, like your organs grow except your dick. Right? If your dick grew, everybody would be fucked.
God ain't that.
Find
God
you a
ain't
man.
that fair, man. He's like, nah, you
Exactly.
can't have it all, brother.
He's like, no.
Actually, it'll shrink your dick.
Exactly.
Don't your balls shrink too?
Well, it's
Probably,
it's
yeah.
the only reason is because you're not naturally producing hormones anymore. So
I don't think you'd want to do that, Jamie. I don't think that's how
it'll make some stuff grow on a woman, Jamie, but it's not your boobs.
Like hair and an Adam's apple.
Yeah.
I just
No.
watched that the doc. Was it Killer Sally on Netflix? The
I saw
the
that was
bodybuilder
good.
chick that shot her husband, her
Yeah.
bodybuilder husband. Yeah, it's really good. But she did that. She grew an Adam's apple because she
Yeah.
was doing steroids.
It's irreversible in women. What's that documentary? Bigger, Faster, Stronger. If anybody, ever gets a chance, watch that.
I got
Yeah.
them eBay HGH pills.
Yeah. A lot of people don't really understand how steroids work. They're not like a magical muscle growing pill. It's just you can do like 2 to 3 times as much in the gym. That's kind of more what it does. But yeah,
I'm gonna
it
do
will-
it legally.
Your recovery is much better. Is what helps them out so much.
Yeah.
Endurance, stamina, all that stuff.
yeah, it makes all that a lot easier.
That's the natural way, Jamie. It's really hard.
Yeah, you don't need implants, Jamie. Natural. Yeah, no, I'm excited to check that movie out. I can be really critical with like wrestling movies, but I mean movies about the wrestling business, but I have high hopes. The Von Erich stuff in that territory is world class, is really interesting.
Did anybody watch that show with the dude from Arrow? You know what I'm
Oh,
talking about?
Heels.
Yeah.
I never got around to it. I know Todd and everybody loved it though.
I mean, I like
I
that
don't
dude. What's his name?
Stephen Amell.
Yeah, I like him and stuff.
I like you.
I like you.
I like
I don't-
you.
I don't
Good
know
job.
if that got renewed or not. I'd have to check. Be right back.
And it's kind of an odd choice for Zac Efron to go all in on that project, isn't it?
I mean, Kevin was taller. Yeah, he was.
There's his belly.
Kevin was a lot taller and leaner
Is
than
he's
that. Like it doesn't. At first, I thought, okay, he must be playing Carrie, Because Carrie was built like the Ultimate Warrior.
Little zoom on it. That's
Yeah, but Kevin, like, if you'll notice, like he's lanky.
he's a lot taller than Zac Efron too, I imagine.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dan's picture.
Mhm.
Strangest cameo in film history.
Oh, it is A24. Okay.
A24 is making a wrestling movie.
The Iron Claw. I think that's why everybody's excited about it. Like,
Weird.
it's gonna be legit. And just that story behind the Von Erichs is so fucked up and wild and sad at the same time.
Yeah, very sad. This guy said growth hormone giving Zac Efron the Ninja Turtle belly. Cowabunga, dude.
Got that Ninja Turtle belly.
I still haven't seen The Wrestler, man. I need to.
Oh, that's a great movie.
You haven't seen The Wrestler, homie?
No.
Well, get on that, bud. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best Mickey Rourke performances I've seen.
Very sad, too.
And
Yeah,
it's
very sad.
it's pre like weird Mickey Rourke, right?
No, it's
You know what I'm talking about. It's weird
it's-
Mickey Rourke.
weird Mickey Rourke. Yeah.
I don't know. I saw Peak. Peak was super weird. I can't even remember what it was from, but he looked like a plastic doll.
He
Oh, this
doesn't
is
look-
after his face was all fucked up. Yeah.
I mean, he looks perfect for. He looks like an old grizzled wrestler in this movie. I mean, he's got the
I like-
accent.
I like when he's on Always Sunny, basically playing the same character, and he keeps calling Mac the N word.
That's no. That's Roddy Piper.
Oh, that's
we
Piper.
talk-
Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
who
My
are we-
bad.
You're so nice.
But I mean, basically the same
Oh.
guy, right? You know, like
He might have
is
always
a-
been weird, Jamie.
Oh,
But
he's
if
the
you've
N-word.
ever seen like Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man,
That's a fun movie.
Oh yeah.
he was basically like a B movie Bruce Willis, right?
He was legitimately fucking Cariotis and Wild Orchid. Like he's definitely crazy, but
But
I
back
was like-
then he looked like human, and now he doesn't.
Yeah.
He looks
well,
like
he fucked himself up when he went
Oh,
back
no.
into boxing, and he got creamed.
Well, and then he went back and overcorrected with plastic surgery. Instead of looking like
Yeah.
a normal looking dude who had some scar tissue,
Yeah, he
he
looks like a war.
pulled all back. He was like, both
I
of
think
y'all,
this is for
somebody
you.
get on either side of my head. Pull the skin down.
I think this is for you,
Yeah.
Jonathan. Crack Rock's calling you out.
Oh, for what? I mean,
Wrong mic, homie.
I can't ever tell, man.
Crack Rock. Crack Rock at this point is a producer, I think. Like,
And Dan,
That's
I
a
gotta
good
tell you,
one, man.
I've
That's a good
played
one.
that Wild Orchid tape so much, I snapped that motherfucker.
Oh,
Crazy
what,
Heart.
9.5 weeks too. Kim Basinger.
Crazy
That's
Heart's a
some
good
good
movie,
nudity.
guys,
Yeah, it
from what
is.
I remember.
I think it changed Jeff Bridges' personality entirely after he did that movie. He just turned into that character.
Ironically, I don't know if you ever watched it. It's Mickey Rourke did a movie called Johnny Handsome, where like he's a kind of disfigured guy who, you know, gets this. Morgan Freeman's in it, and
I always think
Yeah.
of Diner when I think of unfucked up face Mickey Rourke.
yeah, Diner, Rumblefish,
Oh, yeah.
Barfly. He did a lot of really good movies, and then it just, yeah, his craziness kind of got him.
I had to pick this bad boy up.
Spawn. I like Spawn. Another really sad movie.
Was Mickey Rourke in that? Is that the meth movie?
Yeah.
I don't remember him in that.
Yeah, he's the boyfriend of somebody, I think, or it's been a while since I've seen it.
I remember that Mira, the chick from American Pie, right? It's
Brittany
been a
Murphy's in it. All I remember is Brittany Murphy.
Yeah, he was in it. Wasn't he like the cook or something?
He had a cowboy hat on a lot of the time. I've
John Leguizamo, Mina Suvari is who you're thinking of, by the way.
Yeah.
He was the
80s Mickey Rourke could get it, boys. I mean, I agree, Jamie. Another.
Good looking man.
But I mean, he was just that B movie Bruce Willis, man. Like that's what his role was in movies.
See what else that dude did back then. He did a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, 9.5 weeks.
Angel Heart may be his best movie.
Angel Heart's great. 9.5 weeks is genuinely a good movie. Wild Orchid's more softcore porn, but 9.5 weeks is actually a really good movie. Pope of Greenwich Village with Eric Roberts, another great one.
Eric Roberts supposed to win that Oscar.
He was, yeah.
Irk.
That's when he said "fuck Hollywood" and he just started doing all this weird shit.
Yeah. Well, he just did everything basically. But and I mean, he was great in The Wrestler. Like genuinely, Nick Cage wouldn't have been the same.
I would have liked to have seen that though.
Yeah. Well,
I think Nick Cage could have pulled it off. It would have been a different kind of movie though.
I don't think he could have. I don't think he could have.
He said there was no way he could do it. He just didn't have that body. I mean,
I'm a huge Nick Cage fan.
Yeah.
And I'll defend him to the end. But I don't think he was right for that role.
No, I mean,
bulky, broke down.
Everything about that character, Randy the Ram. I bet there's people who thought, you know what, this is like a thing. Like Randy the Ram was a real character, and they based this movie on him, or whatever. Because from the entrance, the ring gear, the look, the gimmick, the finisher with the ram jam or whatever, it's.
I would like to see Nick Cage get some light tubes broken across him though.
I was just watching the latest XPW earlier, Necro Butcher, who's now MAGA Butcher. He was.
Are you serious? That's what Necro Butcher is now?
Butcher?
There's a mega MAGA faction. You can see an interview we did with the Munch, who is one of the members of that faction right now.
I thought he was heavily retired.
He almost died. Yeah, he was. He was like. He struck it really big on fantasy football. He won a ton of money. I think it was fantasy football. He's an interesting guy.
Again, it's deathmatch wrestling. I just never really got into.
Yeah, there's psychology though. The good stuff.
In the better stuff, yes.
Yeah,
there is complete and utter garbage out there.
Oh yeah, there's smash as well, for sure.
But when did Mickey Rourke mess his face all up?
It was around The Wrestler. I feel like it was during that.
Oh, no, he messed it up before, but then it was like the surgery.
I guess it's just when I remember him being visible again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like he just shows back up.
He looks pretty messed up in Bullet.
Yeah.
Guys, hey, I'm going to interrupt this conversation because Ben just brought something up. Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Passed away. That's incredibly sad to me because, like, almost more than Michael Keaton, that's Batman to me. Because I watched the animated series as a kid.
That's probably my favorite superhero anything, is that animated series.
It's so good.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and the game extended that.
I was just about to say the game was so fucking good, man.
Yeah,
even the Batman and Robin game, the New Adventures of Batman and Robin, that came right after that.
Oh, yeah.
It had the same like atmosphere and feel. Like you felt like it was the animated series almost.
Well, do you remember how big of a deal that Mask of the Phantasm movie was when it came out?
Yeah,
like that was a legit Batman movie. Like
I had the novelization.
That was good. That was a theatrical movie. Like we all went and saw it.
That was like the animated series. I'm pretty sure it won a bunch of awards. I know awards, but it was considered like the best animated television series or something like that of all time.
I don't think that they would allow it to be that dark anymore, like today. At least not as like a morning show. I don't see them
after school show.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy voiced Batman and shit. I mean, up until this year, as far as I know.
Yeah, no, he kept going off and on. I think maybe somebody else did it at one point.
No, I know this. Jensen Ackles, and he kills it because he sounds a lot like him. It's not exact, but it's so close you can't really complain.
Yeah, The Killing Joke. I don't know if anybody's seen that one. That's a great one. He plays Batman in that one.
I've been meaning to see
Oh,
that.
buddy, that's a good one.
But yeah, go look up, like, if you're interested, look, like, Google Jensen Ackles Batman. He does a really good, like, Kevin Conroy, like, taking up the mantle of Kevin Conroy and keeping it, like, the same. He does a really good job at it. And I hope he keeps doing it.
Yeah. He did an interview on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, like, might been earlier this year, I think. That's really good if you're curious. Pugs is like the ultimate Batman fan, by the way. If you ever want to talk Batman, he knows it all.
Ben met Conroy at a Comic-Con. He was cussing up a storm in front of kids. F-bombs left and right.
That's awesome. I'm going to give it to him.
I think I like it more now.
I rewatched Mask of the Phantasm a few years ago. It's not bad. Like, even as an adult, it's like, it's engaging. You know?
I mean, there's a whole group of people out there who consider that they're a Batman movie. So.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I do remember it being really good.
Oh man, that was that time period where it was like Power Rangers and Batman. You come home and you watch Batman, Power Rangers, and then I feel like around the same time Mask of the Phantasm came out, they made that Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, it'd have been 95-ish.
So all
95,
kinds of
96.
stuff was happening in this little world of after school cartoons. Like,
I remember just living out in the middle of nowhere, and like the rabbit ears wouldn't pick up Fox all that great. So I'd have to watch like some pretty snowy Power Rangers, but I made do.
You know, that's crazy because we live really close to each other, and Fox was, if you had rabbit ears, Fox was the one channel you could get, and nothing else.
See, up here, it's, well, like where I am, it was 14. Like, if you can, like 14, you're going to get Crystal.
That's crazy.
Everything else is.
But we have, and dude, you'll see it eventually. We have an old school
Like
analog
the
antenna. Like, it's not an antenna. It's like a tower on the side of your house. We still have it out here.
Do you have it hooked up? Because you can get so many channels that way.
I would have to go, like, follow the lead to see where it runs. It's still running through the house. I just don't know from where.
I mean, if you have one of those, yeah, like, they actually work pretty well. Like, the huge antennas.
I'm pretty sure eventually one of these cable companies, or maybe even my dad, just cut the cable inside and stuffed it down into the floorboards. But I could technically, like I said, follow the line and find out where it goes. But no, it's still out there. Our old satellite dish from the 90s, the size of a Volkswagen, is in the backyard.
Is it the mesh one or is it the solid one?
It's mesh.
Mesh. Also, that's a little newer.
It's collapsed. It's collapsed on itself. It's like a relic of the past, man.
Ours was huge like that, but it was white, okay?
You should always keep it, though. Just keep it there as a relic.
When I was a kid,
I mow around it, baby.
we had, like, my dad would go outside and crank it to move the satellite. Like this is how like old it was. You go outside and crank it, and my mom would stand at the back door, and she'd watch the TV to make sure like when it was coming in, like clear, and she's yelling at my dad like stop. And then we eventually got like a button, like it was like by the back door that we can move it. It was a motor, but like I vaguely remember it. Everything was free. Like all of the like before we got Prime Star, which is when like you had to have satellite service. We got all that stuff for free for years before that.
Well, y'all might have had a black box.
Mm-mm.
You did.
This was no. Now I'm saying this is before the mesh antennas.
Well, see, yeah, because ours came with a motor. Because I remember I used to change directions and run to the window so I could watch it spin. And my dad would bitch at me like, "You're gonna fuck it up. That thing is not a toy." And I would just be like, "All right."
You're like, you say it's not a toy, but it's pretty fun, man.
It's amazing to a little kid. You're like, this is a satellite. But yeah, I remember a few times whenever we didn't pay the bill and all you had was like rural auction channels and medical like surgery channels, weird random stuff like that. And you would have to go look like you didn't know what was working. You would just scan through all these dead channels until you found something that would play.
I assume you've all seen TerraVision, right? That'll give you some nostalgia for the. Yeah.
It does. And Stay Tuned too.
We picked up OMU's security cameras one night on that fucking thing.
Really?
That's amazing.
Like, it was just like everything was so weird back then. Like it was all wild. It was the Wild West because like there was nobody governing any of that. But yeah, you pick up weird shit. Medical channels. You'd run across just random security cameras. Like it was. I miss that.
It was good times, man.
My parents would come home from work and then turn it to like the West Coast satellite so they could catch back up on the shows they missed that night because everything was 3 hours behind.
I think you were able to get even some pornography on there. If I'm not mistaken.
Everything was.
Yeah, I remember, and like people talk about scrambled porn. It was just scrambled, and it would come in every once in a while, like those tracking.
I'm aware.
You live for those couple of seconds,
and you would get a fraction of what was going on.
I would record an entire SLP tape of that shit. Fast forward.
Shit.
I saw a titty, boys. Ignition.
And everything.
Another thing that is super nostalgic for me, this might seem weird to you if you don't know what I'm talking about, but the DVD for Wayne's World, it has this the menu screen for the DVD is a cable television menu screen. And it's basically the exact menu screen that we had. Like they nailed it.
You know, I still have that Wayne's World DVD.
Sometimes I throw that bitch in and just like look at that menu screen like, God damn, look at that. That's beautiful, man. And you can go like there are Easter eggs. Like if you click on one channel, it'll show you like some Jane Fonda workout tapes and for like 5 seconds. It's good stuff.
Todd has a funny story. I believe he had ordered a pay-per-view of some kind. And it like kept running into like the porn. And
you mean like the guide channel? It looked like the guide channel, right? That right there. Is that it, Chris?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. We used to have to watch this shit for hours to figure out what was on television, guys.
And it would
for
do
some
that.
Fucking reason.
It would do what that's doing. It would show you trailers of movies that were hitting HBO and Cinemax and stuff.
And you get distracted by that and miss your fucking channel as it came through. Fuck, I gotta sit here again.
Yeah, for like an hour.
Yeah. Oh man, I miss
and
it.
free HBO weekends. You remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
when you
we
saw
had it.
everything, dude.
once
Yeah,
we
we-
got like regular satellite, like after like you had to get the little satellites and the boxes and shit, we always had the movie channels. So that's how I watched a ton of horror movies, dude.
Sure. Yeah, I never had HBO. I never had anything. I
Yeah,
had cable. you know.
I saw Frankenhooker for the first time through a HBO free weekend.
Freebie. That's,
And I was
yeah.
probably like, I feel like I was probably like 8 years old. Because me and my sister love that movie.
What's Want a Date? Why does she keep saying Want a Date? What does
Want a
that
date?
Want a date? Oh, I knew I'd already seen a lot of weird shit, man. I got the premise.
we had we did have HBO, but not like always. Like there were points where we didn't have it. So when we didn't, and they had that free one, I would record like all the Real Sex episodes I could. All of the
Hey man, Real Sex was the realness, dude.
it's awesome.
They'd only
it-
play certain ones on repeat though.
For the
Come on, man, I've seen this one.
yeah, towards the end, it was the same handful of episodes before they stopped
was-
playing them all together.
Oh,
It was
always,
just
like-
sometimes though, it was a bunch of old ladies like
That's what I was gonna say.
meditating naked and stuff.
Like, I guess I can work.
I don't want to see this one.
It's
Or you
50-50.
get, you
Hold
get a
on, I got
episode
something
like
to show you.
Miss Ebony Nude or whatever it was. That was one of my favorites.
Hold on.
Remember, another one was
It was-
Red Shoe Diary.
Oh yeah.
That was another
I
classic.
watched
uh,
the shit out of Cat House coming up, dude. I was like, I'm gonna go to this Moonlight Bunny Ranch someday.
That was a little bit after my time. I had like internet porn by that time.
Yeah, what he's saying, I miss that so much. Just the running into something and discovering it or catching it again because you liked it. I miss that so much.
It's like
And
we're
I'm
just
talking
that
about with,
Watching something that you have no idea what it is for years,
Yeah.
and you just have to describe it to people. That's what Life Force was.
Split second. I watched Split Second so many times when I was a kid, and I spent like 20 years saying it's a movie about a dude. He's like
It's
a
a devil rat.
detective, and there's an alien, and like people are like, that's nothing to go off of. And finally, MVD released it,
It's a devil worshipping rat.
and I was like, that's the movie, dude.
So, this is custom made.
Whoa!
Oh
Blu-ray.
shit. That's beautiful.
It's got episodes 11, 12, 13, 17, 19, 20, 23, 28, 31, the best of Real Sex, and Shock Video 5 as a
Wow.
bonus. So, none of them, I mean, obviously, they only look so good because.
VHS probably, right? VHS rips.
No, they're probably straight from. Yeah, I mean stuff that people
No,
recorded. Yeah,
Early on in their, like, I guess before it was HBO Now, and it was like HBO Plus or whatever the fuck it was. Do you remember what I'm talking about here? They used to have Real Sex on their streaming service. Now it's gone.
music issues. I did a lot of digging back in the day. Music issues are one thing, and I also hear there were people involved that were embarrassed by it that are somewhat
I mean,
influential.
Taxi Cab Confessions too, right? Like a lot of that stuff you can't even find to watch anywhere.
Yeah, no, they really
Yeah.
don't.
I
Yeah,
think that those would be fun to like do a commentary or watch along or something with. But
yeah, because I don't think people fully understand like like Real Sex was. I mean, there was a titillation factor, but that it wasn't just softcore porn. I mean, they had like I remember like puppetry of the penis was like one segment.
Yep.
Like not exactly something you were rubbing one out to. It was pretty nasty.
No, but I was like, can I run this around my wrist and like make it look like a
Yeah.
watch?
Yeah,
Nope, not enough of it.
but like then you had like Nina Hartley on there, Annie Sprinkle I know was on there. It was just a fun show, and it's hard to describe it to people who weren't around to kind of get it. Back
Puppetry of
then.
the penis.
Yeah, this one I know has I know it has the Miss Nude World episode. I'm pretty sure that one with Anna Mall is on there, dead porn star. That was kind of a thing back in the day, but yeah, it's something I'm kind of glad that I've got because
That's
you
all.
know, and it's
a
almost
part of history,
impossible.
man.
That's Americana
It
right
is.
there.
Yeah, and it's something that's more or less gone. So
That's where I learned that people were into like pretending to be babies and horses.
yeah,
I learned a lot about that kind of stuff. Like I learned how close the vagina and the anus were to each other because
I
they
figured
were
that out
talking
on my own.
about sex toys. Well,
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like 10 or some shit.
yeah. The sex dolls episode is also pretty funny.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, obviously I didn't know him at the time, but it's an episode that really makes me think of Al. Like Al is the type that would buy like a well, I think they're even more than that now, but like I think 5,000 was the price back then when they did the episode, and he would like just like take it out to dinner with them, like buy it food.
That's a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's another one though, Joe Bob, and also USA Up All Night with Rhonda Shear. That
Oh
was
yeah.
a big part of that whole thing.
See, I missed
Oh,
the
man.
whole TCM Joe Bob saga. I didn't see Joe Bob till he got to Monster Vision.
Yeah, I didn't see that either, but Up All Night, that was a like, and you would get exposed to stuff like Surf 2 and
It'd make
like,
you want to
crazy
go out
stuff.
and rent it because I was always like very much aware that I was getting an edited movie,
Yeah.
and
I
yeah, 'cause it
wasn't.
would
I was
literally-
just like, I was
That's
blown
happy.
away by because you know all those old sex comedies and stuff. They have that like weird.
yeah,
mean,
they
it's
go
just the
into like a
tone.
strip club, then you'd see them walking out of the strip club.
It's like sleazy, fun, weird shit, and
Yeah,
like those Up All Night movies. When you see one, you know it, and like they were such a blast to watch.
See, I
Gilbert
believe in-
was what, Friday, and then Rhonda was Saturday. Is that the way it was, or vice versa? I hated the Gilbert ones. I was like, "Fuck! I want the chick with the titties."
I think I only saw Gilbert once. He was like on a beach in like a Hawaiian shirt, and he was hosting like I feel like it was Weekend at Bernie's too or something like a bigger movie. But I think that's the only time I ever saw him do it.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought they alternated days, or eventually got to that point, or something. Because
They
they
probably
both did
did.
it for quite a while.
What about I don't know if you guys watched like AMC Monster Vision like later on in like the satellite years. That was a huge thing for me. They play every Friday night. They do. It was usually the Halloween movies. Like I feel like they had the rights to show those, and they wanted to show them as much as possible. That and Killer Clowns from Outer Space was always running. Graveyard Shift. Weird fetish segment, Emmanuel in Space. Actually, yeah.
You know,
Real sex was frustrating.
Dude, it was. Sometimes you'd be
It was.
holding it, right? You'd be like, all right, there's gonna be something good coming up, and then the fucking credits roll, and there you are.
yeah.
well, it's just
No,
a bunch of old penises for like 20 minutes. Come on,
Yeah.
give me
And now
something
you
to
gotta
work
go.
with
You
here.
gotta wait 15 minutes for Hotel Erotica to start up on Cinemax.
The Hotel Exotica movie, the uncut version, one of my favorites. Yeah, no, it was like legit. Like a lot of that swinger stuff, it is like old or middle aged to just fucking old people like
There's a lot
in
of that.
Florida. Yeah.
Dude, let them
nudist
get it, dude.
stuff.
I mean, shit.
Yeah. But you would get one that kind of delivered for you once in a while too.
Up All Night is
yeah.
where you discovered a lot of shit, man. It was
That's where I
beautiful.
first saw Sorority Babes in the Slime Bowl Bowl-O-Rama.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect
It's like-
USA Up All Night movie.
It's like you said earlier, Chris, when you saw Frankenhooker. Like you remember that, you know, like
Yeah.
it's like I can pinpoint that moment in my brain. Like that's the way I am with movies. Like the first time you saw it, you know, it's like an experience, you know.
Yeah. It wasn't this. It's different now. now you hear all about it on the internet, and you
it's
know
on Tubi.
you go look for it. Yeah, there you had no idea what Frankenhooker was.
Right.
You're like, Frankenhooker? What the fuck is this? And you watch it, and you see the most like amazing movie you've ever seen in your life, and you're like nobody told you go find this movie. It's awesome. You ran into it, and it's just a whole different thing, dude.
You had no way of knowing what it was. Now you can just, the internet's at the palm of your hand, at all times. So.
And that's kind of that, like, because one thing that I always kind of like remember is going to school, and other kids my age weren't watching this shit. They're watching Ninja Turtles and stuff, and I'm like,
they weren't cool.
Like, have you ever seen Frankenhooker? Like 3rd grade, and they're like, what?
Have you watched Mickey Rourke spanking Kim Basinger?
Have you ever seen Kids in the Hall? No, it comes on at 3 a.m. Like, what the fuck are you doing up at 3 a.m, kid? Damon Tell's Insomniac was a great one. That was a late game, like early 2000s, wasn't it? But it was good shit.
Oh yeah, it was just him like walking around,
drinking Budweiser and fucking around.
It wasn't as fake as the shit now. Like it felt a little more. It's always produced, but like he was encountering like legit like crackheads and drunks just on the streets of like New Orleans, and
kind of like before IRL streams, this was kind of what you had.
A lot better than that stuff, to be honest, though.
Yeah, and he would just hang out with like garbage men, street sweepers, brewers.
Yeah. My issue with some of the IRL streams, like you probably have to sit and sometimes watch those for hours to get something cool. Most of the time, it's just nonsense.
Now you pull a camera out and everybody's like, why are you filming me? Don't film me,
Yeah.
I feel like
it was like, what's up?
I feel like I have a best of Insomniac DVD in storage.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them.
That.
I have Volume 1 and Volume 2. I don't think there are seasons officially. And then there's like an Insomniac tour, like it's stand-up. I have three of those DVDs.
Okay.
Reform School Girls is great. Also, that should be on sale if you don't have it on Blu-ray on the Vinegar Syndrome sale.
I'm stoked for Invisible Maniac, dude. I've been waiting for that forever.
Yeah, that's been requested for a long time. Deborah Lamb, I know, is on Facebook. She was in that. Pretty friendly.
Yo, Ben's a genius. Screenbox, if they got Rhonda Shear and did Up All Night and showed like trauma and shit, that would kill, dude.
Yeah.
She still looks pretty good, man.
She's still got those titties.
She sells bras. Like, that's her whole thing now. She has her own line of bras. She has giant tits.
I still would.
I remember Howard Stern on E. Yeah. I used to watch that sometimes.
Oh my God. I got in so much trouble for watching that Howard Stern show. And I just knew a booby was going to fly out at some point, not understanding how cable TV worked.
Right. You're like, all these chicks sit on Sabians and let's see what happens.
I have, they do have like uncut versions of it. And I don't know if you definitely saw her if you don't know the name, but Kira Reed, who is like a 90s, early 2000s era softcore star. Those in a lot of those movies, the Sex Files and different stuff like that. She was on that show and had some pretty explicit like nudity on it. And I think I have that somewhere. So I lost my mind when I found out she was going to be on Stern, and I finally found the uncut video.
Nice.
Matt, Ford Fairlane does have a Blu-ray.
Oh, Kira Reed.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
She left. She did like actual porn with her boyfriend for a little while, but they were more like early like web-based porn. But
We're not live, right, ladies? Oh, nope.
We are live. She married this guy Robert Lorsch, who was like a multi-millionaire, and he finally croaked, and she's kind of getting back into movies. Not those kind of movies now, but still, yeah. God, Kira Reed, Kim Dawson, Sean O'Brien, Nikki Fritz, rest in peace. I love that era.
Ford Fairlane,
It's got
Blu-ray, and Fist, a love story. Is that what it's called?
Brain Smasher, a love story. That needs one.
That
Yeah,
was awesome.
Andrew Dice Clay and Terry Hatcher. It's an Albert Pune movie, actually. Yeah.
Andrew Dice Clay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. One of the most misunderstood comedians of all time.
They really fucking hated him back then. Like, they were gunning for
How
him.
could anyone watch that guy and take it seriously? Like, it's a caricature of those kind of people. Like, he's not supposed to be the good guy. He's not supposed to be the hero. He's supposed to be the fucking idiot.
Those people, though, are stupid. They don't understand humor or anything, really.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if any attention got brought to him now, Twitter would be all over him.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
It's not gonna suck itself, honey.
Oh,
Sometimes I'll wake up 2-3 hours early.
Yeah, Girls Gone Wild, dude. And that's another thing about Insomniac. Insomniac was always followed up with Girls Gone Wild, Howard Stern. Girls Gone Wild basically owned 2 or
Comedy
3
Central.
hours of every channel after midnight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And by God, I'd sit up and watch them infomercials.
And if you've
watch
ever read the story about that dude, or I'm pretty sure they made like a documentary about him.
They
Like,
did, and it's really good.
He
Yeah.
was insane, dude.
He's a piece of shit.
it's a piece of shit.
Hey, he was. I still love Girls Gone Wild, but yeah, he was.
He took all the fun out of Girls Going Wild for me.
I can still have fun with it, but yeah,
Watch
no.
Girls Go Wild now without feeling bad about it.
They're gonna go wild though.
Go wild. Avert your eyes.
Ben worked with a fucking Girls Gone Wild chick.
We bought each one. Which one was he on, man?
I bet she wouldn't tell them.
Well, there you go.
So
There's
they
a lot.
So she must have been getting royalties. She's like, buy all these motherfuckers and find
Did y'all,
So you finally found it though, Ben.
Chris, do you remember when Girls Gone Wild came to Owensboro and they got in a shitload of trouble?
No, I don't.
They went to the Sandbar. You know where that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to the Sandbar and caused all kinds of shit. And
What's a
It
T-shirt?
was like
a few people
they
got
were all
arrested
going to
for
like
indecent
Yellow Rose or
exposure.
something.
Yeah, like they were arresting women for flashing, like at the bar, because that's our town.
Damn. I did not hear about that.
Bro, a buzzkill.
We
Body
found
my
it.
choice.
Yeah, I mean, I would be fucking stoked to have them come into a bar or whatever. I mean,
We live in the Bible Belt.
yeah.
But when they try to open up a Hooters, there's picketing
They get it.
outside talking about Satan is
We
trying
gotta
to
show
invade
them.
our town.
We got to show me's and people about lost their mind.
I don't
The
think
devil.
people know what Hooters is, man. Like,
The devil has come to our small town.
Yeah, but you guys have strip clubs.
No, we
I
do
mean,
not. It's illegal in our town.
but you got to be within like 10 or 15 minutes. Of
No,
a
we are
strip
within
club.
an hour of a strip club.
Really? Oh man, that sucks.
No, it is one. There used to be a illegal backdoor strip club in Owensboro.
Up until
my God.
a few years ago, the county I live in, which is next to the big county, was dry
Uh-huh.
still. They just got the right to sell alcohol at all.
Hey, we just now, like in the larger county, got beer on Sunday. Like,
Yeah, we did too. Just like 2 years ago.
like everybody just abided by those stupid ass laws. Like, oh, it's Sunday, can't fucking buy alcohol.
Well, it's like you just got to do your math in your head. Like, hold on, I've got this many beers. Tomorrow is Sunday, so we got to go buy beer now for tomorrow.
They're going wild.
You're not stopping people from doing anything. If you
No, I
don't
just
sell
buy-
it, they're gonna get the tax money in another fucking county. You know.
Oh yeah, you're gonna stock up.
Or I
dude.
just buy extra beer on Saturday. Like that was.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, they're gonna get it from somewhere. Like bootlegging was a
Only
thing.
free at the
you
register.
know?
Porn was
These
expensive.
motherfuckers risk their lives to drink. You know.
See, I miss the days of like buying the magazines based on which demo DVD looked better that it came with.
I still have some of those somewhere. Yeah, no, I still remember those girls. And when you got a hold of like a Girls Gone
Jamie
Wild,
Gone
that
Wild.
was always so awesome. There's something
We'd like to
about
thank you
it.
for your service, Jamie.
There you go.
No lottery yet.
No
Dang,
water.
Matt.
We got lottery now, Matt. We balling over here.
Strip clubs, like the seedier the better for me. Like I want to feel like I gotta look over my shoulder at a strip
Won
club. or
$4 today, Matt. $4 whole on the Powerball.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
the
they
way
do
it is supposed to be
BYOB.
here.
Yeah, they did BYOB, and
You can do full nude, but you can't have liquor, or you
Yeah.
can do like paste.
you can bring your own though. Like in West Virginia, that's how they did it at the local club I went to, and I kind of enjoyed it. Like I said, you might have half the girls look like they might have been Frankenhooker, but like it was still more fun. There was one I felt bad. Like you could see track marks, and like she started like walking up, and my one friend from Cards, love him, but he's a total piece of shit. He was just like, no, and he like actually put his hand up like this, like don't come near me.
I can't.
Strip clubs have a different connotation when you have a daughter. Like it kind of destroys them for you because you're like, "Where's your daddy? Does he know what you're doing right now? Have you called him?
Look, honey, here's 20, man.
Look, let's
Go-
let me get you.
go
let's
home.
get a piece of pie."
Go get an education.
Yeah.
Now, what happened at CNA career you were telling me about?
But Jonathan goes into strip clubs and has deep conversations with them.
He gets kicked out. It's like, you can get a GED.
You said you were going to career college,
You
right?
gotta believe in yourself, girl.
$20, I'm motorboating some titties, though. I'm sorry. That sounds awesome, Matt.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh no, that sounds horrible.
No, I'm not cool with that.
I always like how they spray the pole down before they get up there. That's kind of it breaks the magic, right?
You mean
Like
since COVID or always?
always, dude. Like always, they'd come up there with like a bottle of
This
disinfectant
nasty
before they
snatch
start.
juice off this.
Everybody
bottle.
to the stage, Rhonda. Like she's up there.
Uh,
Diamond.
Have you ever seen a girl fall off? I've seen it twice. Actually, a few times, but twice where it was bad. One, like, landed on the back of her head. And, like, you could tell, like, she got up. She was, like, falling, though. And they, like, clear her off that fucking stage so quick. And then, like you said, it was like,
With a
Get the
broom. Some guy with a broom comes out and sweeps her up.
yeah, I mean, there wasn't, like, blood.
Or
But
like
she
the-
pulled it up like an accordion. And then it was like, and here comes
changing out of the
Veronica.
The changing out of the dancers was always super awkward because you had that one girl who's like picking up the fucking $17 that's on the
Yeah.
ground, and then and the other one's back there.
Hold on,
Put the pole
bitch.
down.
I don't want you to get my shit.
When I was really young, I went to the strip club often because the idea of just a big building where naked women were was appealing.
It still is. I mean,
It
down now.
just feels different now.
Yeah,
It's
I'm right there
different.
with you, man.
It's crack rock, dude. They tore down the swingers club. I regret never going in and giving it a smell.
we've got a
Oh,
few.
shit.
There's 1763, which is like an S&M club in Atlanta.
There's a swingers club up here.
Yeah, there's a huge
Friendly
one.
Village.
Yeah, they shoot a lot of pornos actually. At the one I'm spacing on the name, but yeah, there's a swingers club. There's one called Trapeze. There's a lot of like BDSM and swinger shit around Atlanta. Yeah. I've never really been to strip clubs out here though, not since I moved anyways, but West Virginia I went all the time.
Boy, that's disappointing. A West Virginia strip club. You get 23 women in there, you got a full set of teeth, buddy.
But once in a while you would have some good looking girls though. It is expensive and I kind of like, yeah, I don't really.
Oh, you must have went to a high class one if you just got teased. It's for an extra $20.
Yeah, Andrew, we'll have to talk. Like most dancers, yeah, you get yourself a backroom dance, then yeah. Yeah.
I don't know the laws here. We did have a fully nude club at one time. I never went to it, but it was over there in an area I'm not going in.
Yeah,
And,
it's fully nude or no deal for me.
Yeah, I don't even know if we really have any anymore. They're always such drug dens, and they get busted for something or other.
Everybody gets like all the
Oh, yeah.
shootings happen at a strip club. Like
Yeah.
it is 100%.
They're all like seedy. There was one again, really stupid friend, different stupid friend, but like he had no idea who the Pagans were, and they're like a biker gang, and he was like making buddies with them, and I was like, I was trying like
It's fine to make buddies with them, just don't piss them off. Actually, I did have biker friends.
yeah, but that
biker
can.
gang from that movie. What's that movie with the Pagans biker gang?
They're a real biker gang. Like I mean,
I ride with the Warriors.
yeah, you don't want to fuck with them. They will. Yeah, there's some bad shit out there,
Yeah, they'll make you disappear.
but yeah, they will.
Hold up.
They will disappear you for sure.
Anytime I've ever ran into like those hardcore biker gangs at a bar, they're good dudes to party with.
They are, but
As long as you're laid back and chill, they're there to have a good time.
but when you're with like stupid friends who are not thinking, that can take a turn like that.
I used to go out to the Black Cat in my younger years.
Hey, hold on. I'm not trying to change the subject, but you just struck a chord with me. What was that fucking biker movie with the neighbor from Married with Children?
Oh shit!
He was like the leader of a biker gang.
Darcy.
And they had
Darcy.
no, not Darcy.
The
Darcy's like
lesbian biker movie.
Darcy's
Her second husband.
man meat. Yeah, the second husband.
Oh yeah.
And there was like a dude who rode in the sidecar with like a helmet with a spike on it. And there was like
Stone. It's not called Stone, is it?
Oh, that's the Australian biker movie. It's great.
Okay.
It's definitely not Stone, but
That's a great movie. Yeah.
Stone is awesome. I love that movie. Be right back.
I'm trying to think. I know I've probably seen what you're talking about too. This music makes me feel like we're in a strip club.
oh yeah.
I got a bone to pick with Chris. That fucking Ghost song that he had us play last night, I think it actually might be satanic because it has been so embedded in my fucking brain since that time.
It's beckoning
What's the name
you
of
to
Just been
come
walking
to
around
it.
going, "Can you hear the rumble?"
What's the name of the song?
You can hear it, man. Cerise?
Yeah, it's like their favorite. It's like their best song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's my
I'm not
favorite
really
song
familiar
by
with Ghost.
far.
Can you hear the rumble?
Jefferson Darcy, that's the dude.
You remember when Steve came back on the show? He was
I
showed
He was
back
a
up.
cook.
Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is she a stripper in that movie? I thought that was just like a male bridesmaids or
Magic Mike.
hangover or some shit.
Oh no, it's like she's a stripper and so is Cardi B, which is a stretch, right? And Lizzo.
And
Al Bundy was not in the biker gang movie.
You guys
Al
want to know something
Bundy's neighbor.
really cool about Ed O'Neill?
no, ma'am.
Ed O'Neill could fuck you up even today. He's a
Yes,
black belt
martial
Brazilian
artist,
jiu-jitsu.
Have you ever watched? And I'm shocked, like he didn't get canceled for it, but he's like kind of like making fun of Amanda Bierce for being a lesbian.
Oh
It's- and it's like during when he was shooting that Modern Family show.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, I was always fucking with her. I don't know why she
Yeah.
was getting so mad. I was just joking.
Yeah.
Like,
So he didn't know
Yeah.
she was a lesbian.
How'd you
no,
not
he
know?
knew he was
Oh, no,
fucking with
he
her
knew.
about it. Like he
Oh, he
was
knew.
teasing her about it.
Like she didn't invite him to her wedding, and
You know he legit played for the Steelers?
he's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
Ed O'Neill did?
Ed O'Neill, yeah. I don't think he like made
Wow.
their full squad, but like he was at least
Did
practicing.
he, did he score 4 touchdowns in one
In
game?
one game.
Can
I
you
wonder if
imagine
fucking-
getting tapped out by Al Bundy?
He's a black belt under like Henzo
You know, on it.
Gracie. Like,
Yeah.
he's no joke. He will fuck you
Oh,
up.
jujitsu, huh?
Yeah, he will fuck you up.
She was hot in Fright Night, but she was infuriating too.
I don't think she was hot in Fright Night.
I think she
played that
was.
role well.
You could just put she was in Fright Night, and that's a more like true statement.
But she, like, there's this whole thing where you're supposed to assume that she's under his spell, but I don't think she was. I think she was just a bitch.
I think she's just horny.
Hot take.
Hot take: bitch from Fright Night was just a bitch.
You know who else was like a sleeper badass was Greg T. Nelson.
Craig T. Nelson looked like he fucked somebody up.
He was a badass in Taekwondo, I think it was.
That's funny, dude. At Thanksgiving today, we watched Stir Crazy. I forgot he was in that movie. He played a prison
Hold on.
guard.
Great.
Drew corrected me. She absolutely was not hot in Fright Night. My bad, Drew.
Never was. Like every time I watched that, because I saw Fright Night after I'd already been watching Married with Children. It was just Darcy,
Yeah.
so it just kind of fucked it up for me.
Oh no, I was like, oh, it's Darcy but hot. All right.
I mean, she was like the girl next door type. I wouldn't say hot. She was pretty.
Cute.
She wasn't hot.
Cute.
Yeah,
He
cute.
played the girlfriend role.
In 1985, I'd say cute. Yeah.
What is that, like 3 years before Married with Children?
Married with Children.
Like 88,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
which is weird because the age gap between those characters.
Yeah, I'm not knocking her. Just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe not hot, but she was in an episode. Do you guys remember Sledgehammer?
I mean, hold on. I'm
Tom
sorry.
Parody.
I just think not calling her hot is splitting hairs. Okay, she was attractive in that movie. Like,
If I were
in my
like,
opinion, and obviously Ben's
Listen,
I mean,
this
it's
is
hot
an
or
Yeah.
cute. She was
This is an
fucking attractive.
office
Is what I'm saying.
Hillary Swank situation is what we have ourselves here.
Oh, come on.
Hillary's more attractive than Amanda Bierce. I've
Is
had
she
this
attractive?
argument.
Yes. Is she hot? No.
Huh?
Just because,
opposite.
hey, hold on, Drew. Just because Eliza Cooper was in a movie named Girl Next Door doesn't mean that she is a Girl Next Door type. Because she's not.
That's not a That's
You-
she's
I've had
Yuck,
this
yeah,
argument with the Flesh Wound guys because I think she's gorgeous and still is. But Misty Mundy.
Oh yeah, I like her.
Aaron Brown. I think she's fucking hot. She
Queen
doesn't have
Bush.
that typical like giant titty kind of look, but
She's got a bush that is just
Sometimes.
Oh, dude, it is like
Don't quit.
you can see that thing from space, bro. Like it's
not that bad, but sometimes she did.
she's got like the full on like fucking pube triangle, man, and it's thick.
Yeah.
Man can support a family of 4 on a shoe salesman's salary.
Well, I mean, they were eating toaster leavings though, so.
There you
Ow,
go.
let's have sex. No.
Andrew, you have to be on the next
The
porn
bush of
film.
my dreams. I'm not a Bush hater, man. I'm just saying it's a defining characteristic of her.
Are you talking about Darcy Ben Grimm? Because that would be pretty sweet.
Get it like a Teen Beat style around it. and
Dan's going to
shit.
grab his Darcy poster right now.
It's signed.
Yeah. Dude, I came home and passed out at like 6.
Did you like that turkey dinner, man?
Dude, that is the best turkey I've ever made, ever.
It
It
sounded
was so
good,
fucking
dude.
good.
Oh,
Playmate of the Apes, it's a classic.
Yeah, I got it signed by Darian, Misty.
very nice.
Lord of the G String was another good one around that time.
Lord of the G String?
Lord of the
Lord
G
of the G Strings is
Dildo
classic.
Baggins.
Yeah,
Smearing off
parts
the
of that.
lizard.
What was that Linnea video called that we saw that one night?
I don't remember, but it's on some of the more reputable.
Oh, it's not
Streaming
called
sites?
anything. It's just
It's on
like
some
a
streaming sites.
It is available out there.
You know that what was cool about those Seduction Cinema titles for a while? They'd give you like the full poster. That's from the Playmate of the Apes DVD.
It's a good question. Jamie proposes here.
What is?
Girl Next Door is
They're never
innocent.
They're never blonde.
They could be
Alicia Cuthbert
blonde.
is not innocent looking. She looks very.
She's a bombshell, is what she is. You know,
Yeah.
she's
Girl
She's
Next
an
Door
it girl.
type is like that. Man,
More
I
meek.
bet- or like you could look at her and be like, I bet she would be a knockout under these circumstances.
Yeah,
Or she's got a butt, or she's got a
And
bust face and her ass.
and that's
is-
not a diss. Like
boom.
saying that she's not a girl next door is not a diss.
no.
Well,
It's just a
Like-
different look, you know.
you might
But
have
the girl
lived-
next door is somebody you feel like you got a chance with. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you
Like,
might
there's
have lived
some
like
way
next
you
door
get
to
off.
Misty Mundy. You probably didn't live next door to Elijah Cuthbert.
And if you did, she had no fucking clue who you were.
Yeah, yeah.
She was taking off in the kid with the leather jacket smoking a cigarette's car
Popping in the top of a convertible 5.0 Mustang.
in Oklahoma.
He tops
10
on that bitch.
is what Ben calls her.
There you go. Yeah, no, you. Hey, you know, speaking of mystery men, I probably would bang Janine Garofalo.
Oh,
You
I
don't
would
think
for
of her-
sure. You know
Yeah.
she's asexual though,
Well, whatever she is, I would have banged her back then.
so like she has no sexual thoughts at all. So
And she talks to you, so you got that going for you.
she's really hot in. There's a King of Queens episode that she plays in where she's an ex-girlfriend of Doug's that he just like ghosted, and her and Carrie become friends.
Oh,
So,
I
she's
haven't
really
seen
hot.
that one.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, because Carrie, they start to be friends, and then she gets really annoyed with her, and she's trying to figure out how to ghost her without making it too obvious.
And what does
Just
Doug
like
give her
Doug did?
advice on how to do that?
Yeah.
That was a good show, dude.
Oh, I love it, man. Anything with Jerry Stiller, like I'm gonna give it a shot. Natasha Lyonne is hot.
Domino's, little local place.
Dude, she was hot in American Pie.
yeah, I would agree. She's got something going for her.
She may have been the girl next door, like the actual next door neighbor. in that
She,
movie.
yeah, she could be.
Hold up, there
Yeah,
was a
that-
Freeway 2.
Yeah,
Yes!
Confession of
Oh.
a Trick Baby, and it's on Blu-ray, and it is
That
awesome.
movie is wild.
And it's a sequel to the
It
Reese
has
Witherspoon Freeway, right?
It has, yeah, it has nothing to do with it.
They
So,
do play Freeway, the first Freeway, on the television in Freeway 2.
sure,
But
but you can.
Halloween 3.
Yeah, you don't have to see. I mean,
Oh,
it's
Freeway
not-
doesn't exist in this universe, but it's referenced.
Yeah, it's you don't
Watch it.
don't worry about it. Watch Freeway
Look it up.
2. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
that
They
Blu-ray.
do the
I
inevitable
was making
remake,
that
so
joke.
it's structured the same way.
Although the first Freeway is awesome too, but
See, I always remember Natasha Lyonne from something about being what is it? I'm a cheerleader. But I'm a cheerleader.
It's a good movie.
Zoolander never
Where it's
gets
like
old.
it's like a gay thing, right? Like they send like
It's a conversion camp. Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That was one of those HBO late night movies, and a lot of those weird I think it's Larry Clark movies.
There's no way that it's better than the first.
It's a completely different kind of movie, though.
The first one's a classic.
Dan, is that who I'm thinking of? Like Teenage Caveman.
yeah, they remade like a lot of those AIP movies, and
That was just an orgy.
Larry Clark. Yeah, it was like when they announced, I'm like, the kids director is doing fucking
Then he
Teenage
did,
Caveman.
and then
Yeah.
like Bully. I loved Bully.
Well, it's good.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple more movies like that. They're just kind of shocking to watch.
Oh.
Ken Park. Ken
Oh.
Park's really
Yeah.
shocking to watch.
I don't think
Ken
I've
Park,
seen
yeah.
Ken Park because I can't find it to watch anywhere.
It's
Yep.
available. You can't stream
Yeah.
it, but like you can get a Blu-ray in the States now.
Okay.
Yeah. Not an official US Blu-ray, but yeah, you can get it overseas.
I'm a big fan of Larry Clark.
Yeah. Teenage Caveman was a weird one because it's still very much like a Larry Clark movie. Like you're making this
It is
monster
so
movie, but
fucking wild, man. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of like early 2000s internet elements in it.
yeah, it was his like girlfriend that was in that too. I believe, if I recall right. But yeah, they did like How to Make a Monster. Like Julie Strain was in that one. She Creature is actually really good with Rufus Sewell. Out of all of those, that's probably the best.
Andrew Keegan. That's what I was trying to figure out. That's who's in Teenage Caveman. You know that motherfucker started a cult?
He did. It's a weirdo,
Yeah.
legit weirdo.
I think he's in some legal trouble now.
Starting a cult will do that. To
That'll get you.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're gonna cut our balls off and wear these cool Nikes.
Another Day in Paradise is one I like a lot.
Oh yeah, James Woods, right? And fuck, I'm spacing on his name. Vincent Kartheiser. Yeah.
Another movie I always lump into that shit just because I saw it the same way, like 3 a.m. on Cinemax, was Crash, the Cronenberg Crash.
Yeah.
And just be like, my 11-year-old mind was not ready for that movie.
I don't think you would even like really get that one at 11. I was already a Cronenberg fan when that came out. I was a huge.
I saw that way
Cronenberg
before I knew who David Cronenberg was. You know what I mean? Like before I could.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was like what for you probably is like. This is the weirdest softcore porno I've ever watched.
It was like I recognized James Spader. Like so, like I was like, that's the guy from some TV show.
Yeah.
And, but I just knew there was gonna be boobies. So
I agree, Jamie.
Watch Freeway 2. It's awesome.
what you popping there, Chris?
I got one. Man, I'm starting to feel a pretty good buzz too. But I got these pumpkin barrel ales.
Nice.
Pretty strong and they're pretty tasty.
Sweet. Not seen Teenage Caveman. I'm gonna have to watch that.
So, Chris, I saw you got Rampage and Skyscraper at Dollar Tree today. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I know. For context, we were talking about it last night. I needed to watch both these movies, and I walk in the Dollar Tree, and there they are.
They're both fun.
Yeah,
Rampage on Blu-ray.
Rampage is the shit. Were you guys fans of that game?
It was like
I remember
Brundlefly.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. I remember it. I never played it though.
I have one in my garage. I still have one in my garage.
You have a cabinet?
I have a 3-player
That's
Rampage,
awesome.
yeah. It's actually been converted to a golden axe. But that's what, like, the side art is still for Rampage, but, like, the control play and the marquee are for golden axe.
That's odd.
Pretty one-note game, but it was fun back in the day.
That's something you run into a lot with arcade cabinets, is it's usually something else because it was just so much cheaper for them to buy, like, just the board and the marquees and stuff to dress up a cabinet instead of, like, buying a whole new cabinet. Chris, you need an arcade. That's what you need.
An arcade cabinet?
Yep, we need to build you one. I've got too many here, and I have to get rid of.
I don't have room
Dude.
for it, bro.
Can you do one of the pinball, the virtual pinball machines?
I've never tried one. I mean, I'm sure I could do it, but it would probably take me a while to figure out.
I would
I
kill.
want one of those so
I would
bad.
kill for a pinball machine at home. Oh,
Hey, man, I know where there's a Nightmare on Elm Street you can buy right now.
It works though.
It
I don't
works.
want one. I don't want a legit one. Like what Jay's saying, a virtual one would be cool. I don't
I
want a
only
real
say that
one because I've
because
already
it-
heard.
It feels real, but the actual pinball, like, it's a lot of maintenance involved. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
thing fucks up.
extreme
you gotta go-
maintenance, dude. I've never moved a pinball machine that worked, and when we got it to where it was going, it still worked. That's never happened to me.
Full tilt, brother.
I've only like had one that like I used because it was so much of a headache.
Watch Teenage Caveman on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of, you can see it on YouTube, Jonathan. We're doing a watch along of Ghoulish Tales soon,
Oh, cool.
which is Dan's movie
I'm in.
where he plays a perverted Santa among other roles.
Playing
sounds-
Santa must have been a stretch.
Sounds good to me.
Chris, you're so classy. You drink your beer out of a glass.
Oh yeah, baby. One of them fancy. If Mike's still here,
One
The
of them
mic-
wide mouth glasses, man.
Get your pinky out when you're tilting it up.
I mean, he could be sitting here sipping out of a bottle, but my man took the time to drop it in a glass and do dishes later. Like that.
you gotta let it aerate under your nose and shit.
Gotta sniff it.
Yeah.
Sniff it. Give her a smell.
What do they do with the wine? They spin it under their nostril.
Yeah, and they spit it out.
Well, I'm not
Whoa.
doing that. That's
Got a very
dumb
oaky
They
nose.
spit it in a bucket so they don't get lit.
shit. What's the point?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, to the stream?
It's on the group chat.
Yeah, true. Go look in the chat.
Popping
He
bottles.
doesn't on
Oh.
Twitter anymore. Okay.
I didn't even notice.
I didn't
I
either.
didn't either. I
I
didn't
thought
either.
you were quiet.
Hold up. Yeah. I got you, buddy.
My sleep schedule is so screwed. I gotta fix this shit.
It's on your Instagram,
Yes.
bro.
You guys ever seen a documentary called Special When Lit?
Yes.
Trying to find a picture of the guy in this movie. Me and Orc have been laughing about this for 10 years now. This guy, let me just find it and I'll put it as my avatar.
There's I'm sure everybody's seen King of Kong because that's like the quintessential video game documentary. But there's one from like it's related to it somehow about what is the name of it? It's a snake game. What is it actually called? Rattler, I think.
Okay, not Centipede. Something.
Yeah, that one was really good too.
Snake Rattle and Roll.
No, that's the NES game. Like this game is just Snake, is what it is. Like the snake grows as it eats like the pellets, but there's like mazes with it.
I don't know.
Is it just a guy playing on his old Nokia phone?
No, he's I mean it's an arcade cabinet, and he's trying to break the world record, and he's got a rival. You know, just like King of Kong.
But yeah, Ben, I can't find the Blu-rays you find at Dollar Tree, brother.
What did they have there? Did you see anything good today, Chris?
I mean, they had I'll show you what I got. Here's a little impromptu haul video at the end of my 3-hour Turkey Day horror stream that stopped being about Turkey Day horror 2 hours ago.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah. I got Disturbia
Yeah, I like Disturbia.
on DVD.
David Day.
I haven't seen this. I got the Fanatic.
Fanatic.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
Got the Hole. Joe Dante.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I got Trick. Not
I
great.
have that. I've got
but-
that one, but I haven't seen it yet.
It's a Halloween slasher movie, technically, I guess. The Rental.
Okay.
A Quiet Place.
You got some good pickups.
A Haunted House 2.
Tommy.
Hami.
Tommy.
That's the only entertaining part of that first movie, I think.
Yeah, Tommy.
Ghost Team 1. And Paranormal Activity 3.
That's one of the better ones.
And I thought, like, I went to the first one because I went to all three. This is like spread out among all three of them. But the first one I went to, the only thing where the fuck I found was an Annabelle Creation Blu-ray that was loose in the case. And I thought to myself, man, Jonathan already cleaned these bitches out.
No, man, I quit doing Dollar Tree just because I was ending up with. I have little impulse control when things are $1, and I was just buying shit nobody needs.
Well, yeah,
Like-
but they're $1, man. It's like renting a movie, but you own it.
If it's a Blu-ray I don't have, like
I still want to find people find 4Ks at them on occasion. I've never seen one.
rare.
That is
Very
my
rare.
that's like my ultimate Dollar Tree goal. I don't care. I got an HD DVD from there, but
Yeah.
I've never gotten a 4K.
Yeah, it.
Circle
You have to be
Salon.
really lucky. But like, if it's a Blu-ray I don't have, I am not selective at all. I'm grabbing it for $1.25. I mean, fuck the case alone.
Ben, I did see that. And Demon at the Door seems, I wouldn't say up my alley, but I would definitely watch it. It's what was the band? Was it ICP? That
Oh,
was
yeah.
like the main driving soundtrack for that movie, and
God, that was a weird time in history.
They were in an asylum knockoff called Death Racers. The Insane Clown
Here's the
Posse
thing, I
started
hate their
that.
music and like their fans,
Oh, they're
Whoop.
fans. Yeah.
but like they seem like genuinely cool guys.
They are. If you watch like some of their shoot interviews, and yeah, they actually are really cool. Juggalos can be annoying as fucking shit though, and like a pain in the ass. Like I've been to a few of those JCW wrestling shows, and I know a guy that had to put together a battle royal for them, and yeah, that.
So
It's not
the reason
fun.
my wife will not watch wrestling with me at all
My wife.
is she went on a date back in the day with a dude to a JCW thing. And I'm like, that's
Oh.
not, you can't, it's not the same. It's not, that's a different thing.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, check it out. I found it.
Which one?
This guy. He's in the movie and he looks like this. Like, bro, you got to
What
upgrade
movie?
that shirt game, dude.
What movie?
This special one lit.
Oh.
He's in a movie and he looks like this. I think it's funny.
I have seen that, Matt. It's a weird one.
Oh no, I struck a chord and Ben.
Man, I've never gotten anything super fucking interesting there. I've gotten some stuff I was glad that I got. Like,
I
Killer
mean,
Clown
like
Spider
Ben's been finding like it, and I can't think of anything offhand right now. But he just always finds the coolest shit, man. And like, I know it's that like outside perspective. Like, I just saw what he got, and it's not what I got, so I think it's cooler, maybe. But also, he does get some cool shit that I never see.
Corey gets cool shit that I never see. He got Last Action Hero there. Purple
Man,
Rain.
that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found like an overseas Blu-ray of Emmanuel there. That's like a weird one.
Hey, I came across a bootleg DVD of what's the X-Men Mutant Academy or whatever. What was that movie that the last one they did?
The New Mutants.
The New Mutants.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bootleg DVD of that in the mix one time.
Has anybody seen the Juggalo episode of Workaholics?
Yes.
That's what I feel like is actually what going to a Juggalo concert would be like.
It's Fago Moon Mist.
There's a lot of drugs. You might get robbed. There's some cool juggalos out there too, but not, yeah.
Had me with the first one, Dan.
There's a lot of drugs.
It looks like it stinks. I'm gonna
Enough
be honest
said,
with you.
guys. I'm
Yeah.
going.
It seems like the stinky people at the horror conventions also go to those.
It's a lot worse than horror conventions. Yeah.
Man,
a
it was
lot worse.
Scarefest on Friday evening was starting to roll right. Like it was starting to turn.
It a little different. I was talking with Lauren, I believe, about like just Jersey cons versus the Kentucky con, and it was pretty funny. But at least you're in a convention center. It's a lot worse when you're crammed in at like Chiller into a hotel, and it's like, yeah, I mean, you're sweating on each other at that point.
I think this was the first one I'd been to that was in like it's a horror convention strictly. That
Mhm.
was in a convention center. I've been to Fandom Fest, but it was more of just like a pop culture con.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen it change quite a bit. Starting in the 90s and to today. As far as conventions, I've never gone to a convention before Scarefest and only met one celebrity. But the prices now, I'm kind of over it. And obviously, I've met, pretty much everybody.
Scribbling
Anyway.
pictures of that fucking Creep Show bus, though, didn't you?
Which
Truck.
one?
The Creep Show truck?
The Creeper truck? You mean
Yeah,
Jeepers?
not Creep Show, Jeepers Creepers. Jesus.
Oh yeah, I got a free one of that. Like most
Yeah.
people.
You're like, fuck them.
It was funny. There's this old guy who was standing right in front of the no picture sign. He was just recording it, like right in front of him, like he did not give a fuck. But
At least they didn't put it behind a fucking curtain like they did Christine.
yeah, I'm not out of principle. I can understand maybe they charge a fee to get in there, and inside and take a photo or some special thing, but
That should be like, icing on the cake for the ticket price.
yeah, and I mean it's not really the same car depending how you look at it anyways, so it's like
Did you guys get any of those trading cards they were handing out?
I did not. No.
I got one. I got Bill Mosley.
I did not.
Never quite made it there.
They handed me and Lauren like 4 of them in line, and like we almost got mauled by the fucking weebs behind us. I'm like,
Didn't-
dude, fucking calm down. Y'all can fucking have them. It's cardboard, assholes.
Is that where somebody like ripped it out of her hand or something?
Yeah, that's where I was like, I'm gonna beat somebody's ass before we get out of here. Yeah.
But it was like a disabled person, right?
No.
Oh, it wasn't.
There's
Okay. Well,
weebs. They were gonna be disabled.
that's kind
Fuck
of fun.
yeah. You fuck with bombastic reviews.
I mean, what do you say like
No,
when
it's
you
good.
tear it out of somebody's hand? Like that's like
That's what got me. It's like, you fucking dweebs. Like, I would have given you all these. Now I'm at least keeping one.
Rub them on my fucking balls and throw them at them.
I'm sure you could have taken each one of them. So yeah, that would really annoy me. I mean, I guess you get caught off guard, but I would have just held on and like punched him right in the fucking face the second they tried to take something out of my hand.
Yeah, I hate that shit. I don't care what it is. I hate that.
I don't either. It's like, hey, like I don't even know what's going on right now, and you're already like grabbing shit out of my hand.
Right. You fuck with the squad. You fuck with bombastic reviews in here.
Right. It was not a good experience.
You were talking
Bad
about
trip, man.
Oh.
Ben got a hold of some GHB or something at a gathering.
Overdosed.
Man, I wish I could go to Texas Frightmare, dude. I want to meet Ben.
yeah, I
I do,
was gonna say, Ben. Yeah,
Well, I'll
Ben,
be
you
there.
gotta come to
so
Slarefest next year.
I will get to meet Ben. This will be cool. I
I
can put
gotta
you in my
take
luggage,
pictures.
Chris, if you weren't so fucking big.
No, you got to take video. I've seen pictures of Ben. You got to take video of him so I can see that motherfucker top.
Oh, Ben's stone cold, man. He'll fuck you up.
I don't doubt it.
I'm talking
you're talking Ghost Team 1. Are you guys fans of Hell Baby?
I like Hell Baby.
That has like one of the most surprisingly hot nude scenes by
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
God, this-
what is her name? She is.
Ricky
Hold on.
Lindholm, is it?
What up?
Oh my goodness, she is. She
Yeah.
is something, buddy. I would. I mean, I'd disappoint the hell out of her, but I'd have a good time.
Hold on, I got it right here. There she is.
Good belly.
What is it? Show it again. I was in another.
This is the
tab.
guy in that movie I was telling you
Yeah,
about.
he was
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to get.
okay.
You're looking at my gut for.
Hold on, I need to.
Just saying, man. He was in a movie. Like, he knew he was on film. Like, he knew it.
Jay's like, there was an appointment set up, most likely.
Man,
like they were talking.
Put your good
about it.
shirt on, dude.
Who dis? Is this Drew?
What the hell is my freaking screen?
That's what I'm trying to
What the
figure
hell?
out against the StreamYard.
It's
Yeah.
the link to the fucking. Dude, change that shit so some weirdos don't pop in here, man.
I was gonna say, Chris, a little before your time, but there were some times we dropped links and streams and got some very interesting people.
We had the AIDS denier guy. That was my favorite one.
Which one?
The guy that denied that AIDS was real.
Oh,
AIDS
I remember-
is a shame.
or the guy that shoved the vape pen up his asshole.
I was not here
Yeah.
for that.
I had a guy take a shit on the stream. On one of my shows.
Who
one
shoved
time.
a vape pen up their ass?
That was that streamer Aldi.
Aldi,
something.
yeah, something.
I went through a lot
Orc
of
knows
hoops
who
to
he is.
get here.
Yeah,
Crazy.
So what's up,
So
Drew?
you-
You got any Turkey Day horror for us, man? That's what the stream is supposed to be.
Thanksgiving from Planet Terror. That movie's awesome. Or that trailer, whatever.
Yeah, we talked about
I
that.
wish that was a movie. I mean, what is there to talk about besides Blood Rage and things killing? There's other things, right? What is there anything else?
You know what?
Yeah,
I
there are.
give Mutilator a pass because it's supposed to be Fall Break, and that's
I don't
close
even know
enough.
what that is.
Well, here, I'll go
Break.
through them, man. We had Pilgrim.
Ball break.
We had Flesh and Blood. Both of those are Into the Dark. Thanksgiving, Home Sweet Home, Blood Rage, Blood Feast. Is that what it was, Dan?
What Blood Freak?
Freak?
Is it?
Yeah,
Blood Freak.
yeah.
Haven't seen that one.
Okay.
Gotta watch that.
Being named quite a few.
Andrew, you might like Death on Demand.
We could use a
It's
new
more.
one.
Yeah, Death on Demand is more of a Halloween movie, but it's also a Thanksgiving horror slasher. It's one you might appreciate, I think.
The last Thanksgiving, that Scream Team releasing one, which
Yeah.
I need
Did you,
to
did
get.
you say it was called Death on Demand?
Death
Did you
on
say it was called
Demand.
Death
It's like-
on Demand.
yes.
I think we could do a Thanksgiving.
They should
slasher.
make like they should make like
Oh yeah.
they should make movies like direct death and like after the TiVos and DVRs and stuff.
Hmm.
Direct
Well, I
death,
think
Time
we could
Warner
do
death.
one.
I don't know. I have an idea here, but it's not fleshed out.
we could do one where your killer is Native American and they kill white people, and it's some sort of like revenge for taking the land. I feel like we can make that work.
Bloomhouse just picked that up, Jonathan. You're good. You can
Good to go.
retire now.
Hey, Poultry
Oh, yeah,
Geist
Dan.
is
Was that movie?
Poultry Geist is
Sorry, Chris.
dabbling in the arena.
Yeah,
Close
not
enough.
really, but hey, good
But
time.
goddamn, it's a stupid fucking movie.
Oh, Poultry
Wait,
Guys
Dan,
is hilarious.
Was that movie?
Well, its big
was that
flaw.
movie the
Its
Killing
big
Tree
flaw
any
is that it's a
good?
musical.
Which one?
Poultry
What's
guys.
No, I mean Andrew. Which one,
The
Andrew?
Killing Tree? Did you say it's
It's
Killing
padded.
The Killing Tree?
The
Yeah.
Killing
it-
Tree is garbage. Do not watch it.
well, the tree killing portion.
The trailer
are
looked
pretty
awesome.
funny. Yeah. You might like it. It's just it's padded out with.
Oh, hey,
It's
has anybody
garbage.
watched that Grim Cuddy movie on Hulu yet?
No, it's on my
No.
list.
I just saw it pop up and it looks interesting.
I haven't heard anybody say anything about it yet.
Drew, I'll tell you something about the Killing Tree. I don't give many movies 0 stars, but I give Killing Tree
Ooh.
0 stars.
The one thing
Yeah.
that killed me
I'm
about
glad I
it,
didn't find it at Walmart.
gotta tease when you tease titties and you don't give it to us. Just don't tease it if you're not going to deliver. And that movie.
Why
does
did they
tease
do
it.
that?
No, I've seen it a lot lately. Like a shower scene that isn't even a kill. Like they'll just take a shower. You get excited, like you're going to see some nudity, and
I saw
No.
that 2 movies in a row, man. It was Don't Look at the Demon and Terrifier 2. Like shower scenes without frontal. What?
well, you
Terrifier
got,
2,
you got
man.
an ass.
I walked out at the perfect moment to go piss. And when I came back, Jonathan's like, dude, you missed nudity. And I'm like, God damn it.
What was it?
When we went and saw
Damn.
Terrifier 2,
Kind of.
Oh yeah, the side boob. Yeah,
and I went to the bathroom right when the side boob happened.
yeah, that was unfortunate, dude. I knew you were gonna miss something good.
Considering how extreme that movie is, you think you could get a little gratuitous nudity in
That
there.
girl is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
44.
ridiculous.
44.
Who?
The lead.
Wait, in Terrifier 2?
Yeah, right?
Is 44 years old?
Mhm.
There is no way.
No, she's 20.
Sure.
She's a ripe 20 years old.
I looked it up yesterday.
She's got to be.
It's gotta be the fucking mom that's 44 then, dude. Like,
Or
Yeah,
the
we
best
had the,
friend, maybe.
That'd be funny if she was 44.
Dude, if she's 44, like I want to know what kind of fucking face cream.
Lauren,
If she's 44, she should have been in Texas Chainsaw 3D, so everybody would be happy.
Lauren LaFair, there's
oh no, wrong girl.
yeah, there's no way. I mean, I'd be surprised if she were 30.
No, I wouldn't be surprised. She looks like she'd be 30.
Yeah, maybe she could be.
Like, not in a bad way. She's kind of got like a face like I could see it going either way.
I can't
Yeah,
wait till
we,
it comes out on Blu-ray so I can freaking watch it again.
Some pretty heavy duty kills, but that is
Isn't
an
it on
interesting
Streambox,
thing.
or are you just
Yeah,
waiting
it's on
for the
Streambox.
physical disc?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've already pre-ordered it. I don't want to pay again for it just to watch it once, you know. I'm cheap.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk afterward, Chris.
Yeah, there's ways we can get to that for you.
Yeah, I remember something
Yeah.
floating around, but
I mean, I could send it to you
I was
now.
about to say,
I mean,
If you want
let's
it.
do it, baby.
Drew,
I'd love to watch
for,
it again.
for Hellraiser.
Yeah,
My memory of it is so high from seeing it in the theater. Like I'm high on it.
I still haven't seen it.
Have you not?
I've got it to watch. I just haven't seen it.
It's on Plex.
I mean, I'm to the point where I'm just like, you know, art's an icon to me. Art is gonna go on to be like an icon to me. I want a poster of them. I want a T-shirt of them, and I want to see if I watch it again at home, if it'll hit the same way, or if it was just like. that
dude, I think the
excitement-
second time around, you're gonna feel that extra 30 minutes that should have been cut out.
maybe
I feel like that's what's gonna happen with that one.
maybe.
Because I felt it on the first one, and I like the movie, but I felt, a little bit of it. I felt, it's just a tad too long. Like,
Well, I didn't, but I was also hyped that I was seeing. Because I'm
I
higher.
was also high.
I'm higher on Terrifier.
see, here's the
most
problem.
people-
I was actually high, so that may be what the issue was.
Maybe. But I enjoyed Terrifier, I think, more than most people. I'm down with the no plot. Just a fucked
no, I
up
love
man
it, man.
killing people.
I love it, but there was shit in that movie you could have cut out entirely, and I think anybody'd agree. Like it's entirely too long.
A lot of the club
I did
stuff.
notice, like, I guess I'll call it like Batman syndrome from this last Batman, where there were scenes that just went on a little too long.
Yep.
You could have cut.
What are like the
you
first
could've cut,
couple of
like- You could have cut like 10 seconds off of each scene almost, and brought it
I
down
think you
to
could have
like.
told the exact same story in a shorter time.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the interview we did. It was a short one, but David Howard Thornton's a really cool guy.
Yeah, he seems like it. And he seems like I kind of want him to be a new Doug Jones, man.
I think he's on his way. He's got that Grinch slasher.
You know what I saw Doug Jones in the other day that absolutely fucking shocked me and I completely forgot about?
The Mac at Night.
Jack Frost 2.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
know he was in that.
Yeah, he is a speaking role, not in a costume.
He was the Mac at Night.
Yeah,
Did you guys know that?
The
I didn't
moon
know it
guy?
until that video came out.
Yeah.
The moon head?
Yeah,
He was
I
that
didn't know
dude. That's crazy.
I didn't know that till I watched that video. But
Well, I saw it the other day on Instagram. He posted a picture of it, like one of his first gigs, like big
Wow.
gigs, was
Like, what?
the
I
moon
guess
guy.
my role is to be really uncomfortable when I'm on the screen.
his body just lends to being in like a weird animal or like creature.
Yeah, he's
Humanoid.
super lean and tall, but You know who really helped him blow up is David Hyde Pierce. He did the voice of Abe
I was gonna
Sapien,
say,
and the second one, David Hyde Pierce is like, look, he's perfectly capable of doing this himself, and he kind of stepped aside, and they let Doug Jones do it himself.
I fucking love David Hyde Pierce.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That movie, Perfect Host. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
That is 100%.
He's a terrifying dude, man. He really is.
So fucking scary in that movie. Have you seen it, Chris?
No.
Oh, add that shit to your fucking watch list, man. It's great.
Yeah, Perfect Toast is a good one.
And of course, he's the star of Frasier for me.
Well, another
Niall.
big
Well, Niall.
Doug Jones role was in Buffy. That episode where the
Hush.
yeah. Oh man, so good.
Best
dude.
episode, probably. Best episode
Yeah,
of
that
that show.
I actually know that episode. That's
Well, the best episode, not to be that guy, but I know the best episode. The best episode is the fucking one where Buffy's mom dies. Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah.
That
Like there's no dialogue for like 90% of the episode. It's just
and
her.
there's no noise.
yeah.
There's no score. There's no background fuzz. There's no
Yeah.
background noise.
It's like a
It's
ghost
silent.
story.
Nope, just her coping with finding her mom dead.
And
It's
like,
super depressing.
if you have ever dealt with death, that episode is so poignant and on the like nails it, dude. That feeling you have of shock. That episode is so powerful.
Mhm.
It's mind blowing. Like,
Yeah, it's good TV.
yeah.
I
lot
like
of
the one
people-
with John Ritter in it, too.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, dude. The robot dad. Yeah, that's gold, man.
Ritter was capable of a lot more. I mean, he got to show it a little bit, but he was more than just like a sitcom guy.
Sling
It's not
Blade.
funny, haha, and Sling
Unhinged.
Blade.
Unhinged. He was perfect for an unhinged character.
Yeah, you
See,
got
but-
that once in a while, but like, it would have been cool to get it a little bit more. You know,
Well,
I've
Yeah.
brought it up
Same.
before. If anybody's never seen Terror Track,
yeah,
you
Terror
need to
Track.
go watch Terror Track.
It's a good anthology horror movie. Buff Bagwell is in that.
Yeah, and Bryan Cranston, and
Yeah.
he carries that wraparound,
Buff
dude,
Bagwell, you said?
Buff
Yeah.
Bagwell's in it. Yeah,
just as a cameo. But it's
Wait,
still
did y'all
worth
ever see
watching.
that movie Money Plane
Little
with
more than-
Edge?
I heard it's a piece of shit. I have the Blu-ray, but is it
Oh,
any
what,
good?
Money Plane? No,
Yeah,
I
is it
haven't
any
watched
good?
it. I watched a review and it looked awful.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Kelsey Grammer's in it too. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Has Edge done
Yeah.
anything else besides that? Because he looked so awful in it, like his performance.
Oh, he did.
He's a regular on a TV show.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Haven, and Haven is actually a pretty damn good little show. Christian's on it too later, and yeah, Edge is not bad at all in that.
Well, that's
But yeah,
good to hear.
Terror Track is one of those movies that I try to champion because it's so good.
Yeah,
It's one of the best anthologies of the
I'm
90s.
so excited for that Santa Claus Blu-ray.
the Debbie Rashawn one. Yeah,
I'm so ready for it. I'm actually
Some,
saving my Christmas Cruelty watch for December 10, so I can't wait to watch
nice.
that and watch your watch along too.
yeah. It's long, but the documentary on there is pretty cool. There's people on there that, yeah.
For Christmas Cruelty?
Yeah, we're featured pretty heavily in the documentary. How cruelty
hell yeah.
changed our lives. It's like multi-parts, but
Fuck yeah.
the first like doc portion, it's us. This guy Bumdog. He's a homeless filmmaker in Los Angeles. As wild as that sounds, and like really inspiring.
That does sound
Like,
wild.
Yeah, really, really inspiring. It's if you're a fan of like the movie making process. Even if you dislike Christmas cruelty, you might still get something out of all that stuff. It was really cool to be a part of it.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Pick up your copy today.
Hell yeah, brother.
Grab it now before the mail gets weird, because that's not going to be too long now.
Oh yeah.
Couple weeks, boys.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
get-
weird.
I'm gonna get Invisible Maniac in March when my Black
Oh yeah.
Black shit finally comes in.
I'm usually, and it's probably just a case of what area you're in. I'm usually pretty lucky with them, but I know Corey's had a tough time. But
It's fucking awful,
yeah.
man. I'm not. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna wait for Orbit, dude. I'm not doing their shit again.
the only thing, I mean, it depends what you need from them. I've been trying to just wait for the stuff to be on sale. I don't know how long it'll take for Texas Chainsaw 2 to sell out. I mean, I don't know if I'll get it during this sale or not, because again, it's not on sale.
You need to get it, brother.
Oh, I'm going to. It's just more, I've been trying to be a little more disciplined. I'd say if Miami Connection's one you need, you might want to grab that during the sale, or the new Jallo box, which does sell out eventually.
But then they do a standard edition, right?
God damn it.
Yeah, on
I
Amazon.
can't even go look at this shit right now, Dan.
I'm targeting video violence.
Get that.
Invisible
It's
Maniac,
Video Violence is going out as print.
Invisible Maniac and fucking what's it called? Don't Open Till Christmas is not going to be on sale, but I might still get it.
I got that one.
It's
Saving
up
that
to
for
you.
Christmas time.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere, so it's just a question of whether you want to.
Yeah, then I probably won't get it, but I am getting Video Violence and fucking Invisible Maniac. Like, that's a day one purchase for me.
Okay, yeah, that Video Violence, you're at the point where you're not gonna. It's now or never. What up, Mikey?
Mikey,
That
Would
trucker guy is in here.
that trucker guy.
Dan,
We're-
did you see where Brodus Clay is the NWA champion now?
Yeah, everybody's flipping out about it because of the Fox News connection. Well, hey, he brings eyeballs. I mean, do I particularly want to see Brodus Clay in 2022? No, but they're doing it for a reason. So I think he's almost 50 years old too, so he's an older champion. There's some interesting debates about that, but like he sells merchandise too, and NWA is not WWE. You know, that stuff does matter.
When I was into wrestling, I always tried to watch shit like NWA and even Impact.
Yeah.
Impact was enjoyable. I think this was 2018. Impact was
Okay.
enjoyable. You had Sami Callihan.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's
they still
that?
have-
Impact has had a lot of like boom periods for me. Like, you know, it gets interesting, and like the whole Bully Ray shit. All
Oh
that.
yeah.
When they initially brought in Sting in like 06.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
there
was
a
in.
ton of-
He was in before that.
yeah, I know, but when he came in for like his full time run, like
Full time. Yeah.
yeah, and when Angle went over, like there was some good shit there.
It's still wild that Sting still fucking
Going?
wrestles once in a while.
Yep.
And what's that chick's name?
Which one?
You
'Cause
know.
they had
You know. The Impact.
the beautiful people. If you're talking looks,
Lacey Von
No.
Erich.
I'm talking about 2018-ish, 2017.
Tessa Blanchard.
She was with no. Fuck, man, what's her name? The goth chick that was with
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
she's so beautiful.
Who was it that beat the absolute shit out of her?
Oh, Sexy Star. Yeah,
There you
like
go. Yeah,
legit, like broke her arm or dislocated her elbow.
yeah,
Sexy-
fucked her up, dude.
Sexy Star is a fucking bitch.
Oh,
Like,
the Mexican wrestler at
oh
that
yeah.
at that weird like.
I mean, it was
pay-per-view.
AAA.
Yeah, I remember that.
It got her.
See, that was when I was.
blacklisted.
That's right at the end of wrestling when I stopped watching wrestling. That happened.
Yeah.
So I do remember that.
No, that's ridiculous. You don't fucking break somebody's arm like that in a fucking worked match. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Especially her, because she's so obviously like in it for the performance.
Yeah,
She's not one of those, you know.
Oh yeah, no, she didn't deserve that. That was shitty.
Yeah.
She Rosemary played Witch Bitch in Monster Brawl. If you've ever watched that wrestling themed horror movie.
I have not. Is that the one where it's just match after match like a pay-per-view?
Kind of. I'm not like a huge fan of it, but it's some people like it.
I saw a Cinemassacre reviewed it like a couple years ago.
Yeah, there's a few handful of pro wrestler themed horror movies out there.
All right,
Wrestlers
guys.
versus
Well,
zombies.
hey, I'm gonna end the broadcast because we could go all night, but I'm starting to get pretty buzzed, and we've been going 3.5 hours. So
There we go.
I appreciate you guys
Chris told me
coming.
any of this documented what he might be getting ready to say.
Yeah, I'm about to say some nasty shit about
Yeah.
Monster Brawl.
I'm gonna say it.
We're gonna show some pornography.
Say it.
Sorry.
All right, but yeah, thanks for coming. I appreciate you all and all that stuff, and I'm gonna end it real quick. So let's end it. It's